Here we go. Kickoff just moments away from the turf of Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field, between the Bishop Kelley Comets and your McAlester Buffaloes. And here's the pride of McAlester wrapping up our nation's anthem. Once again, awesome as usual. And here's the fight song for the Buffaloes. Usually when you see the Pride play and the stands are packed, it's a Friday night. But we have an edition of Thursday Night Lights for y'all. It's the McAlester Buffaloes again and the Bishop Kelley Comets. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. And we have Mr. Chase McNutt, sideline, who is going to be covering the coin toss coming up in just a little while. We have about 6.5 minutes until kickoff here. But as we get ready for kickoff, let's send it down to Chase McNutt, our sideline reporter, to give us a little bit of an indicator on wind or weather. It's definitely going to be the coldest game that we've had so far this season. And a little bit of the crowd, too. People are still look like they're filing in, aren't they, Chase?
Yeah, you know, and Thursday may have something to do with it being a day earlier with people having to go to work tomorrow. But, I mean, it's still a pretty good crowd, and it's pretty chilly down here. Wind right now, though, does not seem to be much of a factor, and that'll be huge, especially for when that wind does pick up. Makes it quite a bit colder. So that'll be something to watch tonight. But as for right now, Brandon, I don't think weather is going to be a huge factor.
All right, looks like some McAlester captains are starting to make their way towards the near side along the 50. And as we get ready for the coin toss, Phillip, your final thoughts before we kick this one off.
Yeah, man, and there ain't nothing like it. Tonight, there's a ton of green out there. It's Suicide Awareness Night here at the Hook. And it's also October, which means we have breast cancer awareness. And as a grandson of a grandma who is a breast cancer survivor, who ultimately did lose a battle to cancer, tonight is very special to see all the student athletes wearing pink and representing all those women who are fighting. And just know that you're not fighting alone. We're all standing here with you.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Phillip. All right, so the McAlester Buffaloes, looks like their captains are ready. That is Pfeiffer Mitchell, Braden Bumpus. We also have Cleveland Williamson, Gunnar Pickett, and Kason Washington Maisie. For the Bishop Kelley Comets, on the other side, we've got number 12, which is Jack Taylor. Number 31, Isaac Oliphant. We also have that's 29, I believe, which would be David Linhart. And on the far right side, seems to be number 37, Gage Hall. We're just waiting on the officials now to bring him over to midfield. We're about to have our coin toss, which is brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester, behind Dollar General. McAlester is wearing their all-black uniforms with the exception of their helmets. Black jerseys, black pants, gold numerals on the front and back. As Phillip mentioned earlier, some pink accessories in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Bishop Kelley Comets on the far sideline, they're wearing their white helmets, white jerseys with the red numerals on the front and back, and red pants. And as the two teams approach the McAlester logo at midfield, let's send the rest of it down to Chase McNutt along the sideline.
Thank you, Brandon. As you guys mentioned, here is the coin toss at midfield.
Hold the mic?
I can hold it for you.
Okay. Well, come on in. All right, gentlemen. I'm Ronald Snyder. I'll be your referee. This is Mr. J.D. Hamilton. He is my umpire. On your side will be Mr. Terry Owens. On your side is Mr. Mark McDay. And then I got a special guy, my back judge, Mr. Nate McKinney. He can outrun all of y'all, okay? All right. Hey, we're going to work hard for you. All we want is sportsmanship out of you, all right? The people come watch y'all play football, not us throw flags. Hey, remember this here. This is your only warning. If I see you throw a punch or kick somebody, you are done. And then I'm going to tell your mama, all right? So, all right, we got the Buffaloes as the home team. Bishop Kelley Comets are the visitors. Is it okay if he calls heads or tails?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is heads. GTOA is the high school association we belong to. Tails is the Oklahoma Secondary Schools of Athletics. It's the reason you're playing ball here today. You call it in there, you repeat what it says. Call it.
Tails.
And it is heads. You win. You can defer, receive, or defend.
We want to defer.
All right? Since you're deferring, you can receive or defend.
Receive.
See? What goal would you like to defend, the clock or the no clock?
We want to defend the clock.
Okay, so turn your backs to the clock like you defend.
All right, so McAlester won the toss, elected to defer, and Bishop Kelley is going to take the ball first, and the Buffaloes are going to be kicking right to left to get things started out, Brandon.
That was some gold from referee Ronald Snoddy.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
I was about to say, that was the most real referee I've ever met.
Not only is he going
Never
to kick
heard.
you out, he's going to tell your mama, too.
Yeah, that's the last thing I wanted my mama to know if I was getting kicked out of a football game.
That's incredible. So, anyway, McAlester won the toss. They deferred, so it'll be the Bishop Kelley Comets getting the ball to begin the game. McAlester is in the north end zone, getting ready to run out of their tunnel, as the Bishop Kelley Comets are along the south end zone, ready to do the same. Just hear the sounds a little bit. We'll turn up that field mic for you.
Hey, Brandon, one thing I will say, the home crowd is starting to fill in a little bit more here the closer that we get to game time. There's still people coming in the front gates as well, but I'm sure as you guys can see looking down, plenty of people walking up the stairs right now.
Yep, they're filling in nicely, it looks like. Here come the Bishop Kelley Comets through their sign, and here come the McAlester Buffaloes, and let's hear this crowd roar.
Thursday night in Oklahoma, and here are your McAlester Buffaloes.
It is time for Thursday Night Lights. We're about to have kickoff brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio for all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available, Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. We'd also like to thank our sponsors all season long. We have Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, The Bank & A, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Fitton Nissan, Vickers Power Sports, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Vickers Furniture, KC Farm Machinery, Blackburn Plumbing, Heating and Air, First Realty, Caring Hands Healthcare, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. Thank you guys for putting us on the air, not just tonight, but all season long, and it's hard to believe we're already into Week 7. McAlester, once again, will be kicking off the ball. Looks like they'll be kicking it right to left, and the Comets returning it left to right. So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for Thursday Night Lights, McAlester and Bishop Kelley. Let us know where you're listening or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. You can let us know at Facebook.com/McAlester Radio as well. But the best way to be able to get a hold of us is on Twitter, I'd say, or as the young guns call it now, X. So Wyatt Phillips has the ball teed up.
It will never be X. It will either be Twitter or the Bird app. But, Brandon, I want to point out, when he puts his toe to this leather, it will either be precisely at 7 or still be 6:59. This is going to be the earliest kick we've had all year so far.
Pretty good job by the staff here at McAllister's Hook-Heel Stadium to get this one ready. Phillips puts toe to leather. It's a line drive kick, and it's football time here in the Heartland as this one bounces sideways and rolls out of bounds around the 23-yard line. There come the pink flags, and just a warning here, the pink flags are a little bit harder to see from the press box, so if we do miss some flags here and there, just want to apologize, but we also have a sideline reporter now in Chase McNutt that can help us out with those. So out will come the Bishop Kelley Comets with good field position, starting at their own 35-yard line with Jack Taylor, who last week against Booker T went 4 for 13 for 55 yards and a pick. The Comets had a hard time moving the ball last week. They had only 53 total yards, -2 rushing yards, 55 passing. They had 1 turnover to none for the Hornets and looking for a big bounce-back week. It's empty backfield, 5 wide to get us started here. 3 to the right, 2 to the left, ball right between the hash marks. Taylor in the gun. First snap of the game is going to be a false start.
Yeah, everybody but
Everyone moved but the center. And that'll move the Comets back 5 yards. Again, Brandon Green, your voice of the Buffaloes, joining you alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. and Chase McNutt sideline. Mr. Nate Brown running the camera for you on the video stream.
And for those that are listening on radio or watching on YouTube and you can't see, it is actually Little Buff cheerleading night as we have the little cheerleaders down there. So come on out and watch them as well.
Now a running back in the backfield is live saying we have another whistle here.
That's another false start.
I believe we're going to have another false start. No, this one's encroachment.
Oh.
So 5 yards back to the Comets, puts us back at the 35-yard line, and we're still waiting on our first snap of the game. Only 2 seconds went off the clock so far.
Still the first half.
You think the NCAA is going to try to change a rule like this, like they did on Oregon this week?
Oh, too many men on the field. All of a sudden want to change the rule. We've had 3 different formations, and we haven't even had a ball snapped yet by the Comets. Tight end left, trips left. Here's the snap. First snap is a handoff to Livesay, who spins off of 1 tackle and gets to the 40-yard line on a gain of 5. Could have been tackled for a loss of 1, but he was able to spin off of a Buffalo and brings up 2nd down and 5.
I mean, he was in the backfield. Like you said, he was about to get hit for about a 2-3 yard loss, was able to spin out of that contact and couldn't get away from the second guy. Pick up a 5. I mean, look.
First person there was Brandon Douglas.
You just gotta break down. You can't come in over the top heavy right there. You just got to break down and make that play.
Tight end right, 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2nd and 5. Back to pass Taylor, looking left. Now tosses, going for the sideline. It's high in the air. It's caught, and bringing it down in play are the Comets. In with the catch, number 31, that is Isaac Oliphant, standing at 6'2", 189. The senior puts the Comets into McAlester territory at the Buffalo 40, we'll call it 7.5-yard line. And the Comets move the chains.
Yeah, he kind of just broke to the inside on that, put his back to the receiver instead of breaking towards that sideline on that curl route right there.
Man in motion is Oliphant. They'll pass out to him in the flat to the 50-yard line, breaks the line of scrimmage, and takes a shot up high at the 44-yard line.
Jordan Clark delivered a shot.
That's a catch of 4 yards, brings up 2nd down and 6. And already what you're seeing here, Comets 2 passes to 1 rush. And they're without Gavin Nichols, arguably one of their best players on the team, and also without Beckett Jackson tonight, who missed last week's game as well.
And Jordan Clark not only delivered that hit, but he's seen it out of the backfield, got wrapped up in trash, bounced off the trash, was able to make that play.
2nd and 6, quarterback run by Taylor, and he doesn't have very far to go. Only a gain of 3 feet. For those at home, that's a gain of 1 yard. If they give him that. It's going to be 3rd down and manageable, though.
Yeah, great eye control right there by the Buffalo defense. You're going to get that flow away. Quarterback's just going to wrap off that backside, and they're going to pull the play side guard, try to kick out. Buffalo defense, they weren't fooled by it, and kept their eyes on the quarterback and at the mesh point.
Officially no gain on the carry. 3rd down and 6 from the Buffalo 44-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the snap. Taylor back to pass, and we got some whistles again. And it's another offsides on McAlester. That's a big, big penalty because that makes it 3rd down and 1 now. Last year, after averaging over 10 yards or 10 penalties a game, McAlester doing much better at being disciplined. But on this drive, have given the Bishop Kelley Comets 10 yards off offsides.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I mean, I think he might have called it on that corner over there on that far side. He came down to press right there before the ball was snapped, and I think that's what the call was.
Snap handoff to Livesay, and he gets the 1st down on an easy carry out to the 36-yard line. Now move the chains. Obviously, the play was going to change there because Taylor was going to be back to pass. And once they made it 3rd down and 1, just hand the ball off to Livesay, and he can get you some yards.
Yeah, they're just going to get right here, and there's a heavy set, lining everybody up on the line of scrimmage so that way they can get quick push off the ball. Flash the receiver on the back, run it right where that receiver was.
Snap to a man in motion in the backfield. Can't get very far, and it's going to be a loss. Looks like they tried to give it to Nick Montavoski, who is moving his way left to right in the backfield on a jet sweep. Officially a loss of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, they're staying with that same formation. Brad Montavoski, and then just a couple of whiffs on the backside, blocking by those receivers and by the running back. Running back should have came up, got a block on that play side backer, didn't get it, and so it had to bounce even further, and that's when they were able to get it knocked out of bounds.
Empty backfield, tight end H-back right. Now the H-back moves in motion to the left. Pass out to Montavoski, who was the H-back. In the backfield, tries to get the corner, and he takes a lick after a gain of only 1 or 2. It's still going to be 3rd down and long coming up for the Comets. And based on the last 2 years that we played the Comets, if they can't get into field goal range, they do like to punt the ball to put their opponents deep in their own territory. So this may not possibly be 4th down depending on what happens here on 3rd, if McAlester can stop them.
Yeah, they're just going to flash Montavoski right behind Taylor, throw that flare route, and allowed the linebackers and the safeties get their eyes on it and just kind of flow downhill. Cornerback makes a great play.
3rd and 10, Livesay moves to the right side of Taylor. Taylor gets the snap and looking right immediately. Under pressure, has to step up. Still has time to throw it. Now under pressure. Rolls out to the left, and he's going to be taken down, and that's going to be a sack. That's officially a sack, and if I'm not mistaken, Braden Bumpus comes in and gets that sack. The loss of 2 brings up 4th down and long, and expect a punt here from the Comets. Ball's at the Buffalo 38-yard line, but I still see Taylor out there. I don't see the punt team. Again, last year around this area, the Comets like to punt the ball away to be able to pin their opponents deep. Still, we have Jackson McKinney. He's playing deep. Now his head coach, Forrest Mazie, tells him to go play safety. 4th and 12, 8 to snap it, 7:45 left in the first quarter, no score. Here's the play on 4th down. Rolling out right, Taylor, waiting, will pass, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Nick Matavoski, and it was a little high, but it still probably should have been caught. Matavoski right through his hands on the leap, and that's a turnover on 4th down. Opponents are now 5 for 15. That is 33.333, repeating, of course, percent on 4th down. Anyone catch that Leroy Jenkins reference there? Anyway, ball at their own 38-yard line. McAlester gets the ball after bending but not breaking. 7:37 remaining in quarter number 1. This team has averaged 65 points a game in their last 2 weeks. How do they respond with their first drive of the game? So it's Case and Washington Mazie. He's got Jordan Clark to the left of him, coming off of a career night, 166, 3 touchdowns last week. The snap rolling out left is KWN. Steps up, passes late. It'll be caught by Brandon Smith. Hold on to the ball, and he will across the 50-yard line to the 47, and that will move the chains for the McAlester Buffaloes. We do have some whistles, though, and it's going to be an ineligible man downfield. And Coach Mazie, based on his body language, does not agree.
Penalty flag on the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that's an eligible man downfield. We had, looks like number 53. That would have been Brandon Douglas. I think we're rolling with the tight end there, and Douglas would have been the tight end. Either way, he was plenty far downfield if he was a lineman there on that play.
First down.
So instead of the first down, it makes it now first down, and well, they move him back about 6 yards. 1st and 16. At their own 32-yard line. Break the huddle with 11 to snap it. 7:13 left in the first. Pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tight end left, the snap. Handoff, Jordan Clark up the middle. Not much going on, but he's able to push the pile to at least the 30-yard line. 30.5-yard line was going to be tackled for a major loss. Coming out of the pile, pumped up, was number 28 for the Comets, which would be Jack Habermeal.
Jordan Clark on the carry, 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 17 on a loss of 1, but it was almost a loss of 2.
They just, interior right there, that interior defensive line for Bishop Kelley got a good push, clogged up the gaps, and they just overtook the Buffaloes right here, and you're just going to need to get a push, put them on their heels.
Need a big play here on 2nd down. Bishop Kelley showing blitz. Case and Washington Mazie steps up, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked for a loss of 1. I told you in the pregame show you can catch that every week on KNED at 6:15, either on the app or on the traditional radio dial, or even on our website at McAlsterRadio.com, that the Comets, although they replace 10 out of their starting 11 on offense, they do return 5 starters on defense, and in their district championship year last year, only averaged 24.8 points per game against them. Or that was 21 last year. They're only at 24.8 this year, so it's only a difference of 3 points. Their defense is still pretty solid here through 6 games.
Jordan Clark right there on the pass pros running back, he's got to hold that block a little longer because the guy washed him up the field, pushed off of him, was able to recover, make that sack.
3rd down and very long. Case and Washington Mazie rolling left, passing left. It is up in the air, caught by Devion Bickham. It's a first down the near sideline, and Bickham takes it out of bounds at the BK 43.
Devion Bickham, good for a Buffalo.
Again, that was KWM rolling out left, was able to find Bickham, and Bickham, have yourself a 3-week stretch. In his first 4 games of the year, only 30 yards receiving. In his last 2, it's been 167 and 3 touchdowns. That moves the chains there with the first down, brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care. Near hash of the BK 43-yard line. Quarterback keeper by KWM gets around the left tackle to the 41-yard line. And a gain of 2 or 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. Give McAlester Direct Primary Care with that last first down, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. 4:50 left to go in quarter number 1. McAllister's first drive of the game, tied up 0-0. Trips left, or excuse me, trips right. Almost had a man to jump off sides, but was able to get back in time. Clark in the pistol at the head of this formation, trips right, the snap. Washington Maisie going for the deep ball with Brandon Smith, who has a step. Ball's in the air, and we have some contact. There's the whistle. There's the flag, and it'll be 15 yards as McAlester will get another first down after this penalty.
A great pocket right there. KWM climbs it. And Smith, I mean, he had him beat. He's going to catch the football, but that ball was a little underthrown, so Brandon Smith has to stop. And so he has to slow down a little bit, and that corner just runs right into the back of him. And those are the kind of plays that you'll take as a Buffalo fan. That's 15 free yards. That's first down.
And it moves to the 26-yard line. McAlester keeps it moving here after converting on 3rd and 17 just a few plays ago. H-back left. Tight end looks to be left as well. Receiver to each side spread out far. 5 for Mitchell. The H-back moves to the right side of the line. Washington Maisie, the snap. Handoff. Jordan Clark straight up the gut with a full head of steam. Crashes into the line, but breaks through to the 21-yard line and rests at the 20. Good gain of 6 on first down. Brings up 2nd down and 4 into the Pop Scuttle Corn Red Zone. 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. You can custom color your popcorn for the holidays. Choose from numerous bag sizes, bulk, or a gift box. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. We're at 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Buffaloes on their opening drive after getting the Comets to miss on 4th down on the drive before.
Yeah, previous play, they're just going to pull that counter, pull that guard, wrap up, man-to-man on the others, and they just got a good push.
Snap handoff. Jordan Clark, he's dancing, gets to the 10-yard line. Another first down for McAlester. That'll be a gain of 10 yards for Jordan Clark. Shown that explosiveness that he had last week when he ran for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. On the season, he's averaging 11 yards a carry and 6 touchdown runs on the season.
Same play, just the other side. Pulled that right guard, got him up there, picking up some trash, and allowed Jordan Clark to get on his hip and roll.
No receivers on the left side, 2 to the right. H-back tight end left. Snap, handoff to Jordan Clark again. Clark left side, runs into a man to the 4-yard line. He reaches for the goal line. Did he cross? Down a yard shy. Down about a yard shy. Reached for the goal line. That pigskin just couldn't quite reach the white line, and here comes Dozer package. But we'll see if it's Dozer or under center action here.
Pulled the play side tackle in that backside guard, kicked out, put a hat on a hat. Pfeiffer Mitchell stays in at that H-back, was able to clean up off the outside. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking to get them on their heels and just push them back, and that's exactly what this offense is doing so far, and they're moving with it.
2nd down and goal from the 1. And it will be Dozer package. Clark looking for his magnificent 7th touchdown of the year on the ground. The snap, left side, Jordan Clark waiting for the hole. Met a Comet. Did he stay on his feet, though? McAlester thought he crossed the line. I see one official saying he's just a tad shy. If he needed 3 feet, he got 2.
I think he might have got 2.5 if he needed 3. Like where the official on our side is, he was as close to the goal line and breaking the plane as you could get.
So Clark comes out. This will be a sugar rush play here. About 2 minutes left. We've only had 2 drives, one by Bishop Kelley, one by McAlester, and 10 minutes of game time have gone off the clock.
That ball is so close to just breaking the plane. It is sitting right on there.
A centimeter. Bumpus under center on 3rd down. Snap, right side, and bullies his way into the south end zone. And McAlester on Thursday Night Lights goes up 6-0 on the Bishop Kelley Comets. Well, that might have already been your drive of the game. That one went about 10 plays and ended with a 1-yard touchdown run on 3rd down by Braden Bumpus. And Wyatt Phillips trying to make this a 7-0 game. Snap is high, the hold is good, the kick is on the way. Little bit to the right, but it is good. And McAlester leads 7-0 on the Comets with 1:46 left to go in the first quarter here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
McAlester Buffaloes are up 7-0 on the Bishop Kelley Comets after a 1-yard touchdown run by Braden Bumpus. We'll have a full drive summary coming up for you here in just a moment. It will now be Blade Smith kicking it to the Comets, and here is the boot. It's a pooch kick to the 26-yard line that will be returned. And straight up the gut, and there is a hole to the 40-yard line. We'll see if they mark him down there a little bit past that. On the return was number 13, Kai Livesay, and that's another great starting field position for the Comets. Philip, we had a drive summary for the Buffaloes.
That was a 9-play, 62-yard touchdown drive that took 5 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock, and it was finished off with a 1-yard touchdown run by senior Braden Bumpus, and the point after was successful. And that is your drive summary by T&W Tire. Come by and say hi to Gil and Doug and see their technicians for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. That's T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
Gage Hall, the running back, to start off this drive, and he'll get a carry here. No, he won't. It'll be a keeper by Jack Taylor, who goes straight up the gut past the 50-yard line, and that's where good starting field position will get you to the other 48-yard line with one play on an option play by Jack Taylor, getting a gain of 10 on the first play from this drive. We have 90 seconds left in the first quarter. McAlester is leading the Comets 7-0. Comets was able to get it to the McAlester 37-yard line, but could not convert on fourth down.
You got to stay home on that one.
Trips right. Hand off Gage Hall. Hall wrapped up and taken down in the backfield. Forward progress will make this a loss of 1. Brings up second down and 11. Now, I want to bring up Gage Hall just for a little bit here. Gage Hall, they consider him a Swiss Army knife. The 205-pound senior could play running back, tight end, or slot. That is how versatile he is right now playing running back.
Lead the charge. And it's second down.
Right there, they're going to run that same read option. And it looked like Nemo Mission Chubby on this side. He stayed home that time. Instead of running upfield, and Jake Taylor was able to pull the ball out of Hall's gut and slid behind and picked up a first down. That time he stayed home, forcing him to hand that ball off, and it was a loss of 1.
Here's a snap. Taylor back to pass. Has all day. Now under pressure. Dumps it down to the far sideline, and this is incomplete, or are they going to mark him in? No, he caught it. Another
incomplete pass.
No,
incomplete.
There's the incomplete. I couldn't tell if he was signaling incomplete or saying that he caught it around the 45.
Right, just walking it up to where he caught it. Yeah. And even the umpire, he's like, did he catch it? Did he not?
That was almost their second straight walking the tightrope type catch of the game so far.
But that goes right there, the same play. They run a flare into the boundary. They're looking for a backside screen play. That outside backer on that edge, filch it, set down, work to the sideline, and Taylor had to make a decision. Do I throw there or do I try to go a little deeper? And that's what happens when you stay home and you stay true to your assignment.
3rd and 11, Taylor back to pass in McAlester territory, dumps it down late, caught, and Oliphant reaches for the first down, but did he get there in time? McAlester seems to think that they stopped him. It'll depend on where he reached, and it looks like he's going to be marked down a yard shy. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Comets. McAllister's already turned the Comets away once on 4th down. They converted from almost the same exact spot on 3rd down on their previous drive. 22 seconds left. Comets are going for it all the way. Buffalo's up 7-0. Stacking the box. McAlester trying to stay home as the Comets are looking to draw them off sides, but no dice. Gage Hall, the running back to the right side of Jack Taylor. Man in motion. The snap. Handoff. Hall up the gut. Hall met around the line of scrimmage. Did he get the 3 feet he needed? He did. And that will keep this drive alive for the Comets. And that might be the final play of the first quarter.
Short game, good for a
Comets have been moving with a little bit of tempo here. Not too much, but definitely no sense of urgency right now with 5 seconds left in the first, and that will be our score heading to the second quarter. McAlester leading the Bishop Kelley Comets 7-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
We're already into the second quarter, and this is only our third drive of the game. McAlester scored on their first after converting on 3rd and 17. And now the Comets just converted on 4th and 1. They had the ball at the McAlester 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Taylor under pressure. Rounded on him is Braden Bumpus, and he will wrap him up and take him down. Braden Bumpus' second sack of the game. And that'll be a loss of 4 yards for the senior. 15 seconds into quarter number 2. We'll go down to a sideline report for Mr. Chase McNutt. What have you observed so far from the sidelines in quarter number 1?
Some high energy so far. They know that this is a big game, and so far McAlester has come out and played well, and you can tell the sideline kind of feels like they're in a good spot.
Second down and 14 now from the McAlester 40-yard line.
Running back ran into the tight end. He was supposed to be the one that's blocking bump on that one.
Taylor under pressure again, has to roll out right. Finds a wide open man in Matavoski. It's going to be a first down. That sack was all for naught. I mean, he was alone on an island and gets to close to the red zone, past the 25-yard line, officially down at the 21. And I would say this is in field goal range or close to it for their kicker, who is warming up, hitting some from 40 yards, just a little to go. Right now, it'd be a 38-yard kick.
Yeah, they're going with just soft zone coverage right now, and they're just finding it right in the quarters, and where they're living right now, where the Buffalo cornerbacks are washing further down the field, and they're just finding those soft spots in the zone on the back end.
Taylor, back to pass, looking middle, has all day to throw. Now rolls out right, looks for the end zone, has a man open. It's a reaching grab. Did he come down with it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Bishop Kelley. And it's Nick Matavoski who made the grab on 2nd down and 14 that comes up with it in the end zone. And the Comets score their first touchdown since their win over Coweta 2 weeks ago. They knew that loss to the Booker T. Washington Hornets left a bad taste in their mouth. And they are now a PAT away from tying this game up. And there's the PAT, which is made by Govier, and we are tied up 7-7. 10:48 left to go in the first half. 7-7 our score here on KNED.
They say it's your birthday, it's our birthday too, yeah.
This month we're celebrating 45 years at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
So Bishop Kelley answers right back to make this a 7-7 game, 10:48 remaining in the first half. Govier almost set up like he would go with an onside kick here, but it's just a long kick out to the 15-yard line as we're back to play. Returnable as a Buffalo will make his way down the near sideline. Looks like it's Jackson McKinney to the 20-yard line, to the 25, to the 30-yard line, still on his feet, and crashes into a Bishop Kelley Comet around the 37-yard line. A good return by McKinney, who is averaging about 9 yards a return on the season. Phil, we have a drive summary as the Bishop Kelley Comets went down the field and tied this game up.
That was an 8-play, 58-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes and 53 seconds of game time off the clock. Capped off with a 21-yard pass and catch from Jake Taylor to Matavoski, and the point after was successful. That is your drive summary by TNW Tire. Come by TNW Tire and say hi to Gell and Doug and ask their technicians about the Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that they have that will fit your budget. That's TNW Tire, McAlester, 918-426-6571.
Buffaloes have trips left, ball in the near hash with Drayton Pouncil in the game at running back, who is averaging 13 yards a carry, just below that at 12.8. Get at their own 36-yard line. Here's first down and 10 with the tie game. Handoff up to Drayton Pouncil, who runs over his own man and a Comet at the same time for a gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7 coming up. Again, 10:25 remaining in the first half, and we have a whole new set coming in. We might be getting Dozer here on second down and 7. It's just a whole new personnel. We had Zane Owens check in. Cleveland Williamson is still in, but Braden Bumpus checked in as well. I think I saw him jump in. Right now it's just a pistol set, tight end, H-back right side of the line. Washington Maisie has to get the call quickly. 5 seconds to snap it. Pouncil goes to the left side of Washington Maisie. 1 to snap it, gets it off just in time. Quarterback run by KWM. Runs left past the 40-yard line to the 41. And third down will be coming up for the Buffaloes. We mentioned this in the pregame show. McAlster's got to be better at third down so far. They have been tonight. They're 2 for 2 on third down for this game. On the season coming into this game, they're at 38%. Again, they're switching players in and out quickly.
Looks like they're just trying to run quarterback counter or QB lead read action on the back end, pulling that guard. Not technically pulling the counter because they're bringing Pfeiffer. They brought Pfeiffer Mitchell, who was the H-back, pulling over there and picked up 2 yards.
3rd and 5, 2 receivers to each side. Big play here early for the Buffaloes. Screen pass near side caught by Cleveland Williamson down the near sideline. Past a man, but it's a great reaching tackle about a yard shy of the first down. And how gutsy are you feeling here? You have it 4th down and 1. Do you punt the ball away here? Because if you don't, you give the Comets once again good field position. And it looks to be Braden Bumpus coming in. I don't see. No, Jackson McKinney is on the near sideline. McAlester going to go for it here on 4th down and 1 from their own 45-yard line, and we'll have an early timeout called. It'll be called by the Bishop Kelley Comets. We'll take it with them. 8:37 left to go in the first half. Tie game 7-7 here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Got Zach Rogers tuning in saying, let's go Buffs from Weatherford. Thank you, Zach, for checking in. Again, Charlie Gillespie checking in as well here from Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field. It is 4th down and 1, an early big-time play for both teams. McAlester has the ball at their own 45-yard line with 8:37 left to go in the first half in a tied 7-7 game. Under center, Braden Bumpus will run. 4th and 1, and they get the offense to jump off sides. And that is going to irk Coach J.J. Tapana because they call timeout almost certainly to tell them do not jump off sides. But also at the same time, with that kind of heavy set that McAlester Buffaloes have, if you don't get a good push right away, it's an automatic at least 1 yard.
Yeah, you know, straight sugar rush. And I guarantee you, Coach Maisie told that team, we're going to run a freeze count or a kill count as soon as we get there to see if we can get them off sides. And that's exactly what and they jumped, but I don't know if he called that, but it would be very strategic and great if he did.
First down and 10 from the 50, and the ball's bobbled by Case and Washington Maisie on a snap a little bit up to the right, but probably should have been handled. And this might kill the drive on a loss of 7 yards. which will be going down in the record book as a sack, but this time Washington Maisie was just making sure he didn't lose the ball. So loss of 7 brings up 2nd down and 17. Snaps were an issue in the first 3 or 4 games of the season, but McAllister's been very solid over the last few.
Yeah, that ball just a little high and to the right. And like you said, Brandon, it's supposed to be handled, but typically, you're looking for that ball to be in between the numbers, and that ball just a little off kilter there. But like you said, he put his hands on it. He's got to come down with it.
Loading up the line. Here's a snap. Quarterback run by Case and Washington Maisie again, bouncing it out left, and he's being tracked down. Ball comes loose again, and this will be a scoop and score. The Bishop Kelley Comets had one last year, and they have another one tonight in MacTown. And the Comets take the lead on the scoop and score by number 17. That's Max Gibson, giving the Comets a 13-7 advantage.
Had that ball out, and the ball wasn't tucked high and tight, and that's exactly what happened. Just raked it off the back end.
I believe it was Kai Livesay that knocked it out, and coming in and making the rest of it happen was Max Gibson. They had a scoop and score last year against McAlester, and that is exactly what happened again. Govier on to attempt the PAT to make this a 14-7 game. Snap is low. They're going to have to go for it now. Running out to his right, trying to get the 2-point conversion attempt. He crashes towards the goal line. He still got in. Ryan Woody, with a fantastic hustle play by the Comets, is able to make this a 15-7 game on a low snap. And things are starting to unravel for McAllister. Big offensive drive coming up. 7:40 left to go in the first half here on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
Bishop Kelley Comets lead the McAlester Buffaloes 15-7 on a scoop and score with 7:40 remaining in the first half. We have the kick from the Comets being returned at the 25-yard line, and again it's McKinney going near side. Now straight up the seam, and if he would have gotten past 2 more Comets, he would have taken that one all the way back to the crib. Instead, he gets to the 48, 49-yard line. That's where McAlester will begin this drive. That scoop and score can deflate a sideline. And Chase, what's the vibe like down on the McAlester sideline right now?
A little bit different than it was a little bit ago, but not really much has changed. It's still very early in the game, early in the second quarter, still a lot of game left to be played.
Absolutely, and this is reminding me, like I said last year, McAlester lost that game 36-21, but 23 out of the 36 points scored by the Comets were on plays and drives that began inside the McAlester 35-yard line. They took advantage of McAlester miscues, and there's a big one there by the Buffaloes on a scoop and score. Snap, handoff straight up the gut. I believe that's Drayton Pouncil, and not much going on at all. No gain on the carry. And right now they're getting a push. They were getting pushed around last week by Booker T. Booker T had 385 yards of offense to their 53, and they said that's not going to happen again. They had an extra day of rest. McAllister's working on a short week, and the Comets have revenge in their eyes and trying to avenge a loss from last week. And so far, they're on their way, leading McAlester 15-7 with 7:04 left to go in quarter number 2. Snap handoff again, Drayton Pouncil. This time he's into the open, to the 45-yard line, and he gets a man spun around to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, long side to the 5, has to beat one man to the goal line, and he can't quite get there, but it's a long run by senior Drayton Pouncil all the way down to around the 2 or 3 yard line, and McAlester didn't take him long to stay down. As Chase McNutt mentioned, a lot of game left. That's a long gain out to the 2 yard line. 59-yard carry by Drayton Pouncil.
That's what you want, and you have a physical running back like that has athleticism and agility on the go. Stuck that foot in the ground and got that safety turned around and cut it right behind him. And that's exactly what you want to see. That's a big play to get that pendulum swimming back in your territory.
Dozer package with Jordan Clark. He runs it to the left, has to get the corner, and he does so. Touchdown, McAlester. Jordan Clark and the Buffalo offense goes right down the field in 3 plays, assisted by the big one from Drayton Pouncil. And it's a 15-13 game with 6:23 left in the half. And shout out to Jordan Clark breaking 2 tackles on his way to the left pylon. And Blade Smith will kick the PAT here, trying to make this a 1-point deficit. And we have some movement here. The whole right sideline switched to the left, and the whole left sideline switched to the right. Coach Mazey, I think, wanted a offsides penalty. I think they thought
and they got it.
Yeah, just the whistle came in a little bit late. He was throwing his arms up in the air saying, well, they crossed the goal line. And that's a smart play, too, because now it gives McAlester a better chance of being able to tie this game up. Down by 2, McAlester on the season on 2-point attempts. We'll get to this in a moment. Here's the snap to Braden Bumpus, running it right, and he will go in nearly untouched. And it's a tie game, 15-15. That's how you respond. They are now 4 for 8 on 2-point attempts on the season, and with 6:23 left in the half, it's 15-all here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Looks like we're in for a good one in Pittsburgh County. It's 15-15, about halfway through the second quarter. Blade Smith on to kick it to the Bishop Kelley Comets, returning it right to left, and there is the boot, but we do have a flag first.
Offsides on the kicking team.
Crossed the 40-yard line before the ball went into the air. Moving back 5 yards, now they'll kick from the 35-yard line. What the Comets have really been benefiting from, again, is good field position. Their worst starting field position was their first starting field position of the game.
At their 35-yard line.
That was because the kick went out of bounds.
Second drive, they took the ball all the way to their 42-yard line.
We'll have a drive summary, like we said, here in just a moment, but the freshman Smith is trying to get his instructions from his sideline here. He puts the ball down at the 35 now. Back deep to return is Matavoski and Moody standing just inside their own 25. So here's the kick, and it's a line drive one.
Wow.
Yeah, Smith's got a boot, and this one's going to roll into the end zone. Well, Blade Smith hit a 47-yard field goal back in week 0. We knew he could kick it. And that puts the Comets at their own 25-yard line to begin this drive. So, Phillip, drive summary for the Buffaloes.
That was a very fast 3-play, 61-yard touchdown drive.
Show your school spirit.
It took 1 minute and 11 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by the junior, Jordan Clark. The point after was successful. That is your drive summary by T&W Tire. Come by T&W Tire and say hi to Gail and Doug and ask their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments along with their 24-hour road service. That's T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
Looks like the player in the backfield right now is Max Gibson as he has the ball and he runs it right up the middle and gets a few yards on the carry. Again, that was out to the 20-yard line, so it's a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7. I've been watching too much college football.
Second down.
So gain of 3 makes it now 2nd down and 7. Again, that was not Taylor in the quarterback spot right there. That looked more like Wildcat with Max Gibson.
Yeah, Brandon, real quickly, that's actually the second time they've done that. Did it back on the first when they swap quarterbacks. It's normally a quarterback run.
Taylor, thank you, Mr. McNutt, as he rolls out right. Taylor looking downfield, has a man breaking open. It's Montavoski again. This could be another long touchdown down the far sideline, and he's going to stroll in. The long play beats McAlester once again. That was a problem for the Buffaloes last week. The Bishop Kelley Comets exploited here against McAlester in quarter number 2. You know, going into last week, McAlester only allowed 1 passing touchdown on the season. Now after that one, that makes it their 6th one that they've given up. And the Comets retake the lead lickety-split. Govier on to attempt the PAT to make this a 7-point game again. Snap, hold, and we have a flag. And this will be offsides on McAlester. So does the Comets decide to try to go for 2 here? That's the 3rd time today that McAlester has been offsides. And we don't normally see that. Again, McAlester also playing uncharacteristically undisciplined so far this season. And they were kind of like that last week, too. In the first half, 9 penalties, only had 1 in the second half.
Bishop Kelley going to call a timeout?
And we will take it with them. 5:37 left to go in the first half. Comets lead the Buffaloes 21-15 here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or priced at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
So the Comets called a timeout, their second one. McAlester still has all 3. 5:37 left to go in the half. Comets called this before a potential 2-point attempt after a long touchdown passing and another one by the McAlester Buffalo defense given up over the last couple of weeks after arguably saying it was their strongest point of their defense in the first 4 games of the year. Now have given up 6 touchdown passes in the last 3 weeks. So now they'll go for 2 and in that Wildcat package with number 17, Max Gibson. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gage Hall to his right side. Here's the snap. Running it forward, and no, it's going to be handed off, and the Buffaloes read it well. Read it way better than I did. And the 2-point attempt is no good, and McAlester trails by 6. 21-15, 5:37 left in the half. We'll take another break and be back here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter what.
Here joining us in the middle of play is Cleveland Williamson returns this ball back to close to the 20-yard line. Looks like he will get to the 20, and McAlester, after giving up another long touchdown pass, is down 21-15 to the Bishop Kelley Comets with 5:31 left in the first half. Phillip, we had a drive summary, and they made it quick for you.
Yeah, that was a 2-play, 80-yard touchdown drive that only took 46 seconds off the clock. Ultimately finished with a 77-yard pass from Jake Taylor to Montavoski, and the point after was unsuccessful. That is your drive summary by T&W Tire. Come by T&W Tire and say hi to Gel and Doug as they carry Goodyear, Michelin.
We're just about to start the play here. Continue.
Michelin, and other brands that will fit your budget. TNW Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
Trips left. They went with the hard count and did not get Bishop Kelley to bite. Here's the snap. First pass is out to the far side, caught by, believe that's Bickham. Bickham to the 25-yard line, out to the 26 or 27. And it's a good play on first down. I believe that was Bickham on the catch. Yes, it is. Davion Bickham with the catch. But the gain of 6 brings up second down and 4. And McAlester with all 3 timeouts. BK with only 1 left. McAlester down by 6. And the Comets on the season have only been averaging about 17.7 points per game with their passing attack. Jack Taylor is looking really comfortable out of the pocket. Right now they're on defense. McAlester answered back with a 3-play drive in their last drive. 2 receivers right, H-back tight end, moved to the right side of the line. Jordan Clark at the head of a pistol formation. The snap, handoff, right side, outside the tackle. Pass one man to the 25, cuts it back to the 30-yard line. First down for McAlester, out to the 33. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522.
Flip the tight end, flip the H-back, pull the backside guard. Pfeiffer Mitchell hits the linebacker hard, knocked him off of his feet. Jordan Clark able to slide right up there, hard 7-yard pickup, and that's exactly what you want, knocking the defense off the line that they're coming in.
Nobody on the far side of the field. Here's a snap, handoff straight up the gut to Jordan Clark. Positive yards, breaks through past the 40, still breaking tackles. Angry run into the 44-yard line and a gain of 10 that at first looked like it was going to go for about 3 or 4. Move the chains for McAlester. Another 10 yards on the carry on Jordan Clark, who's averaging 11 every time he touches the pigskin.
Yeah, same way. This time they're going to pull the center and the backside guard, and they're just going to wrap up, and then Jordan Clark comes through, gets on their hips, was able to push them to the next level and keep those feet moving, and that's exactly what we were talking about in the pregame. This young man, his athleticism, his football IQ, and he's just a violent runner.
Coach Maddox is proud right now. 3:40 left to go in the first half. McAlester down by 6. First down and 10 from their own 43. This time Clark nowhere to go. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the carry, maybe even a loss of 1. Second down and long. Went with 3 straight carries to Clark. It will come off onto the sideline and into his place. Looks like be Drayton Pouncil. Usually those are the 2 running backs that switch out. Second down and 11, 3:13 and ticking left in quarter number 2. Comets lead 21-15 over the Buffs. Pouncil on the right side of KWM. He broke off a long run on the way to McAllister's second touchdown of the night on their previous drive. Tight end H-back to the right side, ball in the near hash. 2 receivers left, snap, handoff. Drayton Pouncil met in the backfield and taken down by Gage Hall for a loss, and a big one at that, of about 4 yards. Brings up third down and about 17, close to it. And it's a loss of officially 5. It's 3rd and 16. McAllister's converted on 3rd and 17 already tonight. They were able to find Davion Bickham early. I think Brandon Smith's only had 1 catch so far tonight. Don't be surprised if they try going to him again.
Yeah, they just went to the will one too often, flipping that rotation with that H-back, that tight end. Bishop Kelley's seen it a few times, and they were able to force up there into those gaps and make a play.
3rd and long. Casey Washington Maisie has to step up in the pocket and try to run it. He's got some space for a possible first down to the 50-yard line. Has to get a few more yards. I think he's going to be just shy unless he was able to reach the ball across, and he was not. His feet went out of bounds first at the BK 40, call it 7. He was a yard away. Smart play to tuck it and run on 3rd and 16. Was able to get 15 yards, and we have 4th down and 1. McAllister's gone for it on 4th down already. Was able to get the hard count on the Comets. This time they'll sugar rush it under center again. 4th and 1 from the 46. Snap, right side. Braden Bumpus reaches, and he's got the first down. And now will come the regular offense. Now McAlester under 2 minutes left. Again, plenty of time. Don't have to rush it too much. They do have 3 timeouts, too.
KWM, he was rolling to the left, going to step up in that pocket. As the pocket collapses, he was trying to climb it, and he was able to slide out, and he saw nobody. Like, everybody had their backs to him. Backers, they weren't running a spy. They turned their backs. And once you see numbers on backs, take off with it. And that's what he did, picked up a hard 15. And that's exactly what an experienced quarterback brings to the table.
Buffalo still burned off 30 seconds in between the last play, though. Here's the snap on 1st down and 10. Washington Maisie under pressure. Gets a good block. Now has to just throw this one away. That'll stop the clock with 1:22 left in the half. Was able to get outside the tackle box. No one was there, and he was under pressure by the safety. Also plays a little bit of linebacker, Kai Livesay, who had 45 tackles last year. 21 of those were solo.
Yeah, we're going to motion in, and Drayton Pouncil, he just kind of got bullied right there. And that's your last line of defense. You know, your offensive line, they're pass prone, and you're running 60 pro like that with your running backs. You're hoping your running backs can hit that blitzing backer hard enough and keep him offline. And he was able to just absorb the contact there on Drayton Pouncil and keep pushing and force Maisie out of the pocket and eventually force that one to be thrown away.
Snap handoff on 2nd down and 10. Up the middle, Drayton Pouncil trying to carry Comets. And he does for a gain of 3 or 4. Another 3rd down on the way. I think this will be our first timeout call by Forrest Maisie. The clock is still running. Unless he didn't call timeout. I don't think he did.
No, he didn't call timeout.
He didn't call timeout. Now we're at 60 seconds until the end of the half. McAlester still has 3 timeouts. They're down 21-15. They will not take a timeout here on 3rd down. Trips right. Got to hurry. And now timeout will be called after 30 seconds went off the clock there. So they burn too much time. But they will talk about it here before we have 3rd down coming up. You're listening to McAlester Football on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So McAlester had about 20 or so seconds go off the clock in between the last stop and them calling timeout. They have 2 more left, but hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. We have 3rd down and 7 on the way currently, but they have to get this 3rd down first before they can think of anything else. Also, the reason why you may not call timeout there is if you don't get this 3rd down, you don't want to leave Bishop Kelley with too much time to go back down and score again. McAlester does get the ball to begin the 2nd half. It's 21-15, McAlester down by 6, 50 seconds left in quarter number 2, 3rd and 7 on the way in BK territory. Snap, rolling out right, looking back door, Washington Maisie has a wide open man, and it's underthrown. Had Jordan Clark racing down the left side, had him wide open and just underthrew the ball. And it brings up 4th down and 7.
Now that wheel route right there, that's McAllister's bread and butter. And they run it to perfection right there. They fake the play action. Nobody there. Jordan Clark could still be running maybe. If he would have caught that ball, it would have been thrown where it needed to be. But severely underthrown right there, and that's one you're going to want back if you're a Buffalo fan.
And McAlester will go for it on 4th down and 7 from the Comet 42-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. 44 seconds left in the half, down by 6. Washington Maisie gets the snap, back to pass, looking left, under pressure, evades 1 sack, spinning around in the pocket, and he'll be dropped. And that's the worst-case scenario there for the Buffaloes because he was dropped around the 49-yard line. We do have some whistles, and Coach Maisie's pointing off to the right. There is a flag on the play. We might have defensive holding here. That's what Coach Maisie seems to think. Did you see it, Chase?
I did not, but the flag is thrown here on the near sideline, near around the 37, 36-yard line. So I think it's something in the secondary. It's a face mask, actually.
Oh, wow.
On the comment.
So even better, it was going to be a holding at first, but that's a personal foul, 15 yards. And that will move McAlester with a 1st down. The Comets have been very disciplined tonight, but that is one situation where they gave McAlester a 1st down and life here. Despite how McAlester has played in the first half, they still have a chance to take the lead here on the Comets and get the ball to start the second half. Ball gets moved all the way down to the 26-yard line. Buffalo still with 2 timeouts left. Clock has stopped.
False start.
And immediately a false start as soon as they get up to the line. Just at the line of scrimmage, McAlester has not been very disciplined. Well, one official ruled a false start, then went back to grab his flag. Now he's speaking with...
I mean, the right tackle definitely jumped.
So they're going to wave off the flag.
There's no flag on the play.
Well, we got away with one because the right tackle definitely flinched.
Clark's on the right side of KWM. 38 seconds left. They'll start the clock. Down by 6. Washington Maisie with the snap. Rolling out right. Under pressure. Has to step up. Looking back door. Tosses it now. Finds a man. How did he grab it? At the 11-yard line. On the catch. That is Devion Bickham again. He has been having a great stretch of games. That's another first down into the Pops Kettle Corn red zone. And the McAlester Buffaloes immediately call their second timeout with 25 seconds left. In quarter number 2, down by 6. 21-15 is our score. They move it out to the 13-yard line. We're going to keep it here. Again, the Pops Kettle Corn red zone, 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. Perfect for weddings, graduations, baby showers, birthdays, and all other special occasions. Gluten-free, keto-friendly, 918-404-5630 for quotes. A veteran-owned business. Chase, you had a perfect view of that one. Just describe that play, because at first it looked like a disaster, and it turned into 10-plus yards.
Yeah, well, that was a grown man play by Devion Bickham at the time. And honestly, BK might have got away with the interference there, was draped all over him, and Bickham just kind of threw him to the side and came out and caught the ball. But that was just a great play, a grown man play for somebody that's on the younger side.
Yeah, but only a sophomore in Devion Bickham, who is once again for the third consecutive week the leading receiver for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, KWM on the throw, though, he absorbed some massive contact. He was getting hit as he fired that ball. I don't know how he was able to get that ball off without it getting knocked away from a fumble, but great play from KWM. Even better play, Devion Bickham on the back end to make it happen.
1st and 10 from the 12. Washington Maisie under pressure as he rolls out left, has to throw this one away towards the chain gang.
Good.
6 seconds go off the clock, but doesn't try to force it. Didn't throw it to someone who could pick it and go the other way. And it does stop the clock at 19 seconds. 2nd down and 10 from the 12-yard line.
I mean, that's what you asked for. He's getting trailed from the back end, and he knows if he tries to play and throw, he's going to get sacked, and he just goes ahead, hits the trash button, throws it to the track, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want plays where your quarterback's taking sacks trying to throw the football, because you never know. He could get hit as he's trying to throw it and fumble it, and it could be another scoop and score.
Trips left, 2nd down and 10. 19 seconds left. Here's the ball. Washington Maisie going for the end zone, and it is incomplete, almost picked off by Isaac Oliphant, and we're right underneath the Bishop Kelley coaches. You can hear them stomping on the floor thinking that they should have had that interception. Instead, it was dropped by Oliphant, who doesn't normally do that.
Yeah, that's just another underthrown ball right there by KWM, and very uncharacteristic from what we saw the last 2 weeks. If he pushes that ball to the pylon, that's a touchdown. And again, that ball's just underthrown, and that's 2 right here on this drive that can be drive killers to a team. And you really want to make sure that you start putting those throws on back shoulders and getting them out in front of your receiver.
They're going to stack the receivers, but Bishop Kelley will call their final timeout. McAlester has 1 left, 13 seconds left in the half. Buffalo's down by 6 here on KNED.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
So Bishop Kelley calls their final timeout in a crucial next couple of plays. McAlester does have a timeout left, so even if as long as they don't give the ball away and they get tackled in play, they can still call a timeout and either decide to go for a field goal or go for it on 4th down and still try to tie and possibly take the lead. So they're going to stack the receivers close to the line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Looks like it is Jordan Clark on the left side of Case and Washington Maisie on 3rd down and 10 from the BK-12. 13 seconds left. Buffs down by 6. Snap. Washington Maisie looks left. Steps up in the pocket. Tries running. Now looks late. Tosses it late for Jordan Clark, who makes the catch along the far sideline. Has to make some magic happen. Cannot do so. And timeout's going to be called with 3 seconds. They officially mark it at 2.2. As Clark gets to the 5-yard line, cannot get the first down. And now there is a decision to be made. Will McAlester go for the field goal to get the points, or try tying the game with 6? We'll find out in about 30 more seconds here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
So here's a big-time decision, and Coach Mazey's talking about it for quite a while. 2.2 seconds left in the half. McAllister's down by 6. McAlester does get the ball to begin the second half. It is 21-15. Bishop Kelley leads McAlester on 2 passing touchdowns and a scoop and score. And we are still waiting on the 2 huddles to break. And we'll just see what they decide to come out with, and it does not look like I see a kicker. This will be a 4th down attempt, and to this point, the biggest play of the game. Dozer package, Clark at the head of it. 4th and 4. Snap, right side, Jordan Clark towards the 3, tries to muscle his way towards the 1, and he can't get there. The Buffaloes are turned away on 4th down. I think he might have gotten the first down, but it wouldn't have mattered as the clock runs to 0. And the Buffaloes are down 21-15 to the Bishop Kelley at the end of the first half. We'll have your Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry beginning shortly. You're listening to your home for McAlester Sports, KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suites all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or priced at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
Well, it's been the big play that has hurt McAlester so far tonight. We've had a scoop and score by the Bishop Kelley Comets. They also struck on a 77-yard touchdown pass. We're going to get to the scoring in just a little while. But those two scores have helped propel the Comets to a 21-15 lead as we're here at halftime. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's in McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Yeah, and free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. Free jewelry cleaning and inspections, again, at Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, I believe there. So, also want to mention we are wearing our shirts tonight. I know you can't watch it on the video stream, but we also have the cheerleaders there wearing their white shirts as well. That's talking about mental health. It is the mental health football game here at Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field. You can wear green tonight, connect with community mental health agencies, all while supporting the Buffs. I know my wife works in the mental health field, and she knows around it every single day. And you're never. And just as my 2 cents, you are never weak by talking to somebody and going out and reaching help. If you need help, reach out to somebody. They are here for you. You've got people in your corner. I promise you. To anyone that needs to hear that tonight, I wanted to be able to tell that to you right here over the air. So as we transition into the halftime show again, the Pride of McAlester makes their way onto the field. Again, we have our halftime show sponsored by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, but we do like to keep at least the camera on the band so that you guys can watch it while you guys listen to us blab about the first half. So let's look at the first half. McAllister's down 21-15. Before we look at the scoring, Phillip, your opinion on the first half?
Had some good, had some really ugly. Got to really just take care of the football, and you wouldn't be down in a hole 21-15 had you had that ball tucked high and tight. This team, they're physical, they're relentless, they don't quit. They'd play until the whistle. Knocked that football out, was able to pick it up, go score a touchdown on you. And more importantly right now, we are not looking too good when it comes to pass defense right now.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem right now.
And they're finding soft spots in the zone. We got cornerbacks turning to the backs to the field, getting out of place, not trusting that their safety's going to be over the top on a deep route, and they got an out route coming about 10, 11 yards down the field, and they're out of place, so they got to come back down the field and make a play. And then you got dudes just flat out of place, and like the 77-yard touchdown from Jack Taylor and Matavoski. And that only happens whenever you get out of place and you get your back turned to the middle of the field and you don't understand what's going on. And right now in the back end, they're struggling to get it figured out, but they're going to get it figured out. At least we hope. We hope they will, because that's right now one of the main things that is keeping Bishop Kelley into this game is the lone turnover, the big play there, and also throwing the football. We've had 2 underthrown. Both of them could have been a touchdown. If you throw that ball to the pylon, it's a touchdown. You underthrew it, it's almost intercepted at the goal line. And then you underthrew the wheel route that could have also scored a touchdown. So just got a lot of bad, got a little bit of good. You got to figure out how to work out these kinks, because right now you're 6 points in the hole, and Bishop Kelley, they're going to come out and they're going to try to punch you in the mouth and stop you, go 3 and out and get the football.
And the bright side, though, is McAlester has had a lot of good. They've ran the ball well at times, but at times Bishop Kelley's gotten that push. Casey Washington Maisie, with the exception of a few throws, has looked good as well. He's the one that kept one of the drives alive by getting that ball to Devian Bickham, which Bickham made. First off, we're going to get to difference makers in the first half. I think Bickham's right there again, because Bickham has looked phenomenal once again here tonight. We're going to get to the scoring here right now before we talk a little bit more about the first half. But Bishop Kelley started off the game running down the field, had a turnover on downs from the McAlester 38-yard line. The Buffaloes faced a 3rd and 17, was able to convert on a pass to Devian Bickham. Then later on, a 1-yard touchdown run on 3rd down by Braden Bumpus. That was his 4th touchdown run of the year. Bishop Kelley answered right back with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Taylor to Matavosky. McAlester, the very next drive, fumble, scoop, and score. Bishop Kelley takes their first lead of the game. McAlester, in 3 plays, goes 61 yards and a touchdown, 2-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark. But then Bishop Kelley, 2 plays, 77-yard strike from Taylor to Matavosky. McAlester went on a very, very long drive, 15 plays, all for naught. They went for it on 4th down and 4 from the 6-yard line. It looked like they might have gotten the first down, but the time ran out on them, and they didn't have any. Well, obviously, it was already zeros as Clark was still trying to run towards the goal line. McAlester wanted that touchdown to try to take the lead to get that momentum before the end of the first half. Could not convert there, and that's why they're down right now 21-15. At least that's where we're at because of that. So, Chase, I know that you have been down on the sideline this entire time. Give us a sideline report from the first half from your perspective.
Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely colder than what it was when this game started. But, man, it was something I talked about in the pregame. I mean, McAlester on film from last week showed that they're susceptible to the big plays through the air, and obviously BK was able to get one for a long touchdown. But kind of like what Phillip said, that turnover is really what has kept BK. That's the reason they have the lead right now, up by 6. But for McAlester, you got to clean some stuff up. You got to clean up the penalties. And also defensively, you just got to stop giving up the big play. Other than that, I think they're in a good spot. Just like the same thing I said earlier when they were trailing. It's a long game. You still got a whole nother 24 minutes of football to be played. And I feel confident about the Buffaloes, especially the halftime adjustments that Coach Harmon and everybody else is going to make inside that locker room. And I think it's going to be a better second half.
Yeah, I mean, the Buffaloes, they played about, I wouldn't say as bad as you can play, but they played one of their worst halves of football so far this season, and they're only down by 6, and they were just 2 yards away from tying and possibly taking the lead point after away there if they would have scored on that touchdown. So McAlester only down by 6, and like we mentioned, does get the ball to begin the second half. But Phillip, since McAlester is down, you have a difference maker, 1 for each team so far.
Right now, I would probably, it would be hard not to say either Jack Taylor or Matavosky, as that is their 2 offensive touchdowns. And for McAlester, Davion Bickham, 2 drive extenders. That one down there in the corner right in front of Chase McNutt. How did KWM get that ball out?
I don't even know how he got the ball away.
He was wrapped around the waist, gets the ball out, but Bickham with a dude draped on him, able to fight through that contact, make a play, extend that drive. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Matavosky for Bishop Kelley and Bickham for McAlester, because Matavosky had a big-time drop on the first drive of the game that could have potentially had points on the board for Kelley then, and then made up for it with an acrobatic catch at the goal line to score their first touchdown of the night. And so
then turn around and went 77 yards down the far sideline.
Yeah, so that's going to be my 2 difference makers so far.
All right, score at half is McAlester at 15. The Bishop Kelley Comets up by 6 at 21. Scores from around the district and area are coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, McAlester has been outscored from that point on, though. It's 21-8 the rest of the way here as the McAlester Buffaloes trail the Bishop Kelley Comets 21-15 at the break. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's and McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Let's look at how games are going around the district and area with our scoreboard update. That's brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. They're your full-service automotive repair shop, brake work, and heat and air repair. Plus, we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Phillip, take it away.
All right, well, tomorrow night, the Durand Lions and the Shawnee Wolves are going to hook up, so we don't have a score on them. But the Coweta Tigers are up 27-0 on the Edison Eagles at the half. And the Booker T. Washington Hornets and the East Central Cardinals, they will play tomorrow. Now we move on to our local teams, where the Eufaula Ironheads currently lead the Stigler Panthers 14-0 at the half. The Bearcats of Antlers currently lead the Diggers of Wilburton 14-6. The Valiant Bulldogs are up 28-0 on the Wampus Cats of Atoka. The Davis Wolves are currently leading the Colgate Wildcats 21-6. The Holdenville Wolverines 32-6 over the Dibble Demons. The Rejoice Christian Eagles currently lead the Hartshorn Miners 14-0 at the break. Possibly a final. I mean, they're up 50, so it should be 56-0 doer over the Cougars of Canadian. All I got was starting between Caddo and Savannah. So I was yet to find a score for that one. And the Kyoto Lions 22 and the Savages 0 at the break.
I'm telling you, my pick'ems are looking rough this week. Again, you follow up 2 scores, and we have Atoka down 24-0. That game's more than likely over. So I'm rooting for the Drayton Lions hardcore tomorrow night in terms of pick'ems. So that is what we're looking at in terms of scores from around the district and around the area. In our game here in Pittsburgh County on Thursday Night Lights, the Coweta Tigers lead, we were just talking about the Coweta Tigers. The Bishop Kelley Comets lead the McAlester Buffaloes 21-15 at the break. When we come back, we'll look at some stats and keys to the second half here on the Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry Halftime Show on KNED.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's and McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Again, McAlester is down, though, at the half, 21-15. If you're listening on radio, you heard that highlight from Jordan Clark, the second touchdown and the last touchdown scored by the Buffaloes. At the time, after the 2-point conversion, that put McAlester at a tie, 15-15. Since then, the 77-yard touchdown strike, 2-point attempt, no good, is where we're at 21-15. All right, let's look at some stats here between the Buffaloes and the Comets. Phillip, if you ever want to interject, feel free to do so, add any insight. And also, who should we start with, home team or away team?
Let's start with the visitor.
All right, starting off with number 13, Kai Livesay. He had 2 carries for 8 yards. Number 17, Max Gibson, he had 2 carries for 4 yards. Number 8, Nick Motovosky had 1 carry for -2 yards. Number 12, which is Jack Taylor, he had 3 carries for -4 yards. And number 37, Gage Hall, had 2 carries for no yards. Jack Taylor, he has looked very, very sharp. He has thrown the ball 9 times, and he is 7 for 9 for 149 yards and 2 touchdown throws. The receivers on those, number 31, Isaac Oliphant, has 2 catches for 21 yards. Nick Motovosky have a game and 4 catches, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the lone other reception was Ryan Woody, a 7-yard reception. There have been 4 or 5 penalties so far by the Comets. Looks like totaling up 30, 40, 41 yards. They had 14 rushing yards on 10 attempts in the first half, 147 passing yards on 9, 161 yards on 19 plays, 1.4 yards a rush, 16.3 yards a pass, and they're averaging 8.5 yards a play. McAllister's got to be able to stop the passing game, struggling with it for the second consecutive week. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes, Jordan Clark is the leading rusher so far in terms of carries. He has 10 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown run. We have Kason Washington Maisie with 5 carries for 11 yards. Braden Bumpus 2 carries for 3 yards, including a 1-yard touchdown run. And Drayton Pouncil is the leading rusher in terms of yardage. He has 5 carries for 61 yards. Kason Washington Maisie so far tonight has had 4 incompletions. He is 5 for 9 for 58 yards. His receivers have been Devion Bickham for the 3rd consecutive week, the leading receiver. 3 receptions for 48 yards. Cleveland Williamson has had 1 catch for 4 yards, and Jordan Clark 1 catch for 6 yards. McAlester has had 6 penalties so far tonight, and 5 out of the 6 have been procedural, put McAlester behind the sticks or given Bishop Kelley more room to be able to make plays on offense. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They have 26 yards of penalties, but again, 5 of their 6 procedural. McAlster's actually outgaining the Comets in yards. They have 121 rushing yards on 22 attempts, 58 passing yards on 9 attempts, 179 total yards on 31 attempts, 5.5 yards a rush, and 6.4 yards a pass for 5.8 yards a play. So I'm going to start off with Phillip here. What are your keys to the second half for the Buffaloes?
You just got to be more efficient pushing the ball down the field. Running backs, when you're absorbing that contact, these backers play side or blitzing whoever, when you're in 60 pro, you got to be able to absorb that contact, step up, put your hands underneath the shoulder pads and take the man on a ride. Because a lot of times it's been that guy that has been in KWM's face as he's trying to step up, has to run away from him, and that way he can wait for something to open on the back end. And if you are able to then throw the football, got to make sure that you're getting it, get it to the receivers, whether it's back shoulder or just hit them in stride. Make sure you're hitting your marks defensively. Too many turnarounds in the middle of the field, getting lost. Don't know what coverage is on the back end. Taking a little while to get lined up correctly where we need to be, and it's causing some big plays on the back end. So just a few tweaks here and there. Make sure that we're getting the call a lot earlier defensively, and make sure that we're blocking where we need to be blocking, and make sure we get the ball on the receiver, and this could be a whole different ball game.
Chase, your keys to the second half.
Sorry, caught me almost at a semi-bad time. Kind of what I mentioned earlier, eliminate the big plays defensively and clean things up. Comes to snap, penalties was an issue in that first half. Previous weeks had not been a huge issue, kind of picked up last week, and it's continuing into this week. But if you can eliminate the big plays, clean things up on the penalty side, I think McAlester will have a good chance in the second half.
Again, McAlester will get the ball to begin the second half, so they have a chance to go right down the field and take the lead if they can be efficient on offense. That is it for your Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, as McAlester is trailing 21-15 at the break. Free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. Again, 21-15, McAlester down. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or priced at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking. touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
The Buffaloes unbeaten in district play, but the Comets are threatening that record. It is 21-15. The Bishop Kelley Comets lead the McAlester Buffaloes as we're about to begin the third quarter. Your kickoff to begin the second half brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio. For all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available. Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. Looks like number 48, Owen Govier, has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. McAlester will be returning left to right across your radio dial and your video screen. Here's the kick from the righty, and we're back underway. McAlester down by 6 to begin quarter number 3. It's returned at the 5-yard line. Looks to be Brandon Smith. Zooms forward to the 25-yard line to the 30. Works it to the left, and he's met from behind and crashed down on at the 34-yard line. So a good return by Brandon Smith.
Got a flag at the 39, though, Brandon.
And we'll see what this is on.
And we got a flag also at the 29.
Yes, we get 2 flags on this play. As the ball is set at the 33, we have holding on the Buffaloes. So McAlester is going to have to, if they're going to want to score on this drive, they're going to have to travel a little bit further than previously intended. It moves them back to the 23-yard line on the near hash, and that's where the Buffaloes are going to set up shop.
Brandon Smith on the return. First down.
Buffaloes had just a hair under 180 total yards in the first half on just a few drives. They're in the pistol, H-back left, wide receiver to each side, Jordan Clark at the head of this formation. Buffaloes down 21-15. This will be the first play of the third quarter. Tight end moves from the left to the right. Here's the snap handoff. Jordan Clark works it right side to the 25-yard line to the 30. Good gain on first down of about 7 yards. Actually, get him out to the 31-yard line, so that's a gain of 9. Good spot there for the Buffalo offense, and it brings up second down and 1 from the 32-yard line.
Flip that H-back, kick out on that defensive end on the outside, and that's what was able to do it. Wraps up, and he was just able to get out there, pick up 9 yards, and that's exactly what you want. You want that kick out on the edge, and you want that H-back to slide up there and hit that play side backer.
Second down and 1 from the 32 of McAlester. Already going dozer set here. Of course, Clark at the head of it, man in motion. Snap. Keeper there. Clark left side bounces down left, and he's got plenty of daylight to the 40-yard line. 1 man to beat for a touchdown to the 45, to the 40, and he's tracked down and finally planted at the BK 32. Big run by Jordan Clark for a first down. The touchdown saving tackle. He's been playing a fantastic game. Kai Livesay. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522, and the Buffaloes are on a roll once again. 11-13 and ticking left in quarter number 3, opening drive of the second half. Buffaloes down by a touchdown. 21-15, trips right. We've moved the ball from the right hash to the left. Man in motion is James Barr Jr. Cuts it back to the right after the snap. Pass out to James Barr Jr. to the 30-yard line. Moving forward to the 25. Good gain on first down.
Oh, be careful. That's a 15-yarder. Yeah, that's on us. We're coming back. That's going to be a late hit.
That's after the play, too. You just can't make those mistakes. And after a good gain of almost 8 yards, this could be a drive killer.
Yeah, that was...
And after the play, Devion Bickham, again, you're in the middle of a play. Your adrenaline's pumping. Can't make those mistakes, though, and he's upset with himself as he makes his way to the near sideline. That's 15 yards from the end of the play. And what's even worse there, that's after the play. It's not like it's repeat first down, I don't believe. This is going to make it second down and long.
Yeah, that's a play right there that you can't do. And even if you find yourself in the middle of a block like that, you can't wrap the guy up and slam him to the ground. And like you said, partner, that could be a potential drive-killing penalty right there. That's going to bring up 2nd and a country mile now.
2nd and 17 officially back to the BK 40. Buffaloes have 3 to snap it. In the pistol, snap, handoff, Drayton Pouncil left side, tries to get to the line of scrimmage, and he's laid down there. May have even lost a yard, and he did. Be bringing up 3rd down and 18.
Third down.
That's what we're mentioning with drive killers. Looks like that might have just done it for the Buffaloes here, unless they can convert once again on 3rd down and plus 15. About 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Buffalo's opening drive of the 2nd half. Pouncil stays the running back. He's on the left side of KWM. 5 for Mitchell, the H-back left side. Looks like tight end's there as well. Receiver each side as well. 5 for Mitchell, moves to the right side of the line. 10 to snap it, plenty of time. 5 for Mitchell, back to the other side of the line now. Washington Maisie, the snap, handing it off on 3rd and long, and it's going to be Drayton Pouncil with plenty of room to the 30-yard line, lowers his shoulder, and spins his way down to around the 26. So they're able to get a good chunk of about 15 yards on the carry to Drayton Pouncil, and that brings up 4th down and short.
And look at that. I want to give a shout-out. It looks like 71.
That'd be 71. That's Gunnar Pickett.
Gunnar Pickett blocking his man like he's Michael Orr in the blind side, taking him to the bus, and that's what you want. Get the big man moving and let the convoy come behind him.
Big 4th down coming up here. 4th down and 4. Snap. Jordan Clark, left side, coming up. Still on his feet. Did he get the first? He's close.
He didn't get it.
Depending on the spot, McAlester thinks that they did. It is very, very close. They might have to bring out the chains.
Yeah, I don't think.
Jordan Clark got out to about the 23 or 24. It's a first down. They'll move the chains. Got out to the 23-yard line just enough to be able to move the chains on 4th down and 4. The Buffaloes convert.
That is magical right there. That's what you needed to do. And we're going to have official measurement now.
So at first they signaled first down, according to PA.
Chase, you're down there right in front of this. What do you see?
It's very, very close. Looking straight down the line, it looks like a first down from where I'm at. They've got the ball spotted right at the 23, so I think it's a first down.
And Chase is right there on the yardage mark. So, of course, they just want to be sure it's one of the biggest plays of the game to this point.
Yeah,
Buffaloes are down 21-15, 9:03 left in quarter number 3, and I'll let Chase have the rest.
Yeah, they're bringing it out now. Oh, yeah, that's a first down.
First down. How close was it, Chase?
Half the football, maybe. Very close.
There you go. So McAlester moves the chains, and they will keep this drive alive, down by 6. We're about 3 minutes into quarter number 3.
Talk about splitting hairs, and that's all you need. My goodness, by the skin of your teeth, get the first down. That's all you need to keep the drive moving.
The hair of your chinny chin chin. Clark on the right side of KWM trips right here. Buffaloes have the ball right between the hash marks in BK territory, sniffing the red zone. Washington Maisie with the snap, handoff to Jordan Clark, straight up the gut. He's met by the linebackers. We have a flag coming in around the line of scrimmage.
And it's in the area of holding.
Looks like the Buffaloes got a good push, but also it's around the tackle too, so it could be holding or a face mask. But based on the body language of the Buffaloes, they're moving back again.
Yeah, that's a hold. He's signaling it to Bishop Kelley's sideline.
This is not the game for McAlester to be able to play undisciplined ball. Because, like I said, I don't know if they've had a game this year where they've had over 10 penalties in a game, and they're quickly approaching that. They had 6 at the end of the first half, and they've already had, 2 or 3 in this drive?
Yeah, just this drive alone, we had a 15-yard personal foul and a 10-yard holding penalty.
That's 25 yards there. Now McAllister's looking at first down and 20 again. They cannot keep on shooting themselves in the foot. Trips right, first down and 20. Washington Maisie looking for the deep pass. Has a man wide open. Caught him in stride. Touchdown McAlester. TNT. He's dynamite. Brandon Smith left his man in the dust. And that ties us up 21-all with a PAT away from taking the lead. Wyatt Phillips on to attempt the point after. Holder is Grant Mullins. Snap, hold, kick is on the way. It's a line drive, and it is a beauty. McAlester leads 22-21, 8:32 remaining in quarter number 3 here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So despite a personal foul and a holding, the Buffaloes are able to overcome 25 yards of penalties in BK territory to take a 22-21 lead. Here's the kick from Blade Smith that bounces straight into the arms of a Bishop Kelley Comet. Up the middle to the 25-yard line and almost broke it through the 30. Got to the 31, and that's where the Comets are going to begin this drive. But we have a drive summary. Another big one is the Comets have not had the ball since about the 6-minute mark in the second quarter. Let's look at that drive summary by the Buffs.
Yeah, that was a 7-play, 77-yard touchdown drive that took 3 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 33-yard touchdown pass from KWM to Brandon Smith.
And what a beaut of a pass.
It was. And the point after was successful. That is your drive summary by T&W Tire. Stop in and say hi to Gil and Doug. And they carry Goodyear, Michelin, and all kinds of other brands that will fit your budget. T&W Tire, McAlester, 918-426-6571.
It's been a while since Taylor has taken a snap. Here's his first one since the 6-minute mark in the second quarter. He'll pass it to the far sideline, and there's no one there. Covered up well by the Buffalo defense. Let's see what adjustments they made in the second half. You were right there on the sideline, Chase, almost a couple of plays after they got the fourth down conversion. Wide open, Brandon Smith beat his man one-on-one. You're going to go with that pass each time.
Yeah, that was easy like Sunday morning, Brandon. Not really a lot of anything crazy. It was just one-on-one, and Smith beat his man, and KWM put it right on him.
And we'll break down that play in just a little bit further, as Phillip was mentioning something during the break. But here's trips left on 2nd down and 10 from the 31. And Taylor looking to pass again. It's over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. It was tipped twice. Braden Bumpus hit it.
Bump wants that one back.
Well, it was almost picked off. In the secondary, believe is that Cash Tidwell playing safety? I think that's Cash Tidwell in the safety spot. Is that right?
Yes, Brandon, that is Cash Tidwell.
Yeah, Tidwell nearly had the interception. Braden Bumpus was the first man to bat it.
So a lot of times right there, Cash Tidwell now is playing tip drill. You're not really used to that ball coming at you the way it is when it came off that bear paw of Braden Bumpus. So we had two chances, and both of them young men are going to want that one back.
Chance to make the Comets go 3 and out. 3rd and 10, finds another wide open man, and guess who? Nick Madovsky. He has been wide open on those little out routes. 10, 12 yards down the field. That's a gain of 12. And that will move the chains again for the Comet offense out to the 44-yard line. And Coach Mazey's trying to plead with the secondary. You cannot keep on losing that man. If you're going to have anyone else catch a pass today, don't make it be Nick Montavosky, because he has burned McAlester for now plus 150 yards just by himself.
Like I said, you got to find that spot where you got to release that man and let the safety take him.
1st down and 10, and now the Comets will run it up the gut. Only about 3 yards on the carry by, that's Kai Livesay. Brings up 2nd down and 7. 5 for Mitchell in on the tackle as he moves the ball to the BK 47-yard line.
Back to that previous play, though, on that pass play, you could see Will Spears getting the call in trying to get the call into the defensive backs and everything like that. He was late getting lined up at that linebacker spot, but he was able to get there, and we were almost offside.
Oh, that was close.
But that's just what I'm saying. You know, like it looks like they're having a lot of trouble figuring out what coverage to be on the backside, when to release that man and take that out route.
Snap, pass out on the screen pass to Montavosky. Lost the ball. Ball's on the deck, still on the floor. And Montavosky still was able to come up with that ball. There are 3 black jerseys around it, and somehow Montavoski saves a turnover after it was stripped loose. And that brings up 3rd down for the Comets. 2nd straight series of downs where they're looking at 3rd and 10 plus. 7 minutes left in quarter number 3. Buffaloes up 22-21 on the boys from T-Town.
Looks like they're trying to get money, silver, something like that. This right here, this is where you're going to need to know when to release, and we're going to have a timeout and let things be on McAlester.
It's an official's timeout.
Oh.
I think Brandon Smith might be bleeding a little bit. He wanted to make the next play. The official saw it and said, you got to come out. So Devion Bickham has to come in and play in his spot here.
But right here, you got to make sure that you're getting this call to the cornerbacks on these far sides. They're going to try to run these out routes. You got to know when you're going to release that safety, that outside receiver onto that safety and take that route over there.
Left say in motion, Taylor back to pass. As all day, goes for the deep ball. 1-on-1 down the seam. It is in the air and incomplete. Great play made in the secondary. As in the area, I want to say that was Cleveland Williamson. Yep, Cleveland Williamson was the one to knock that ball down. And that will bring up 4th down for the Comets and 12 from their own 42. They haven't punted the ball away today yet. This is the Comets' first punt of the game. I think it might be our first punt of the game overall.
This is going to be our first one.
We haven't had a punt by either team yet. It's going to be from Gage Hall standing at his own 32-yard line.
They need to get over. Shift.
There's the snap. Hall will kick it away. It's a short one. Straight up into the air. It'll bounce at the McAlester 42-yard line and take a Buffalo bounce to the 45, and that's where McAlester will begin this drive. Great field position at their own 45-yard line. So 6:26 left in quarter number 3. Buffaloes lead the Bishop Kelley Comets by the slimmest of margins, 22-21. The last touchdown that McAlester had, you called it, Phillip. As soon as they were lined up, there was no safeties back. Break down that last touchdown throw.
Yeah, they had a one high safety look on the near side, stand on the near hash, and they were playing man coverage over there. And that's what I was talking about in the pregame. Brandon Smith stepping on your toes, running a quick slant, and with the one high safety on the near hash and that play being on the far hash, there was no doubt throw the football now and let the TNT, let the young gun make the move. And that's exactly what KWM saw, and he was able to pull the trigger on it.
Man in motion is Cleveland Williamson, one to snap it. There it is. Pass out to Williamson, who went back to the near side. That pass was close to being backwards.
Incomplete.
And also coming in on it was a Comet. It is incomplete. And it's for the best that pass fell to the turf, because that would have been a loss of 2 or 3 yards. 2nd down and 10 from McAllister's own 45-yard line. Again, setting up the scene here for those on the radio. 6:22 left in the third. Buffaloes lead 22-21.
Yeah, they're just trying to work him in and work him back out, trying to get these safeties to move. But Bishop Kelley, they wasn't fooled by it. So luckily that ball did hit the turf and wasn't a fumble.
They're pressing their members in the secondary, but they're leaving one safety up high.
But say you only have one safety on that far side, so look for a quick slant or a post on the back end like they did on the previous drive.
They've been bringing pressure nearly every play. Here's Drayton Pouncil with plenty of room to the 45-yard line. 1st down to the 40, and someone hops on his back and brings him down inside the BK 40-yard line. Look at that push from the O-line, and Drayton Pouncil rode it all the way to the 38. Make it the 39. 6:10 left in the third quarter. McAlester trying to get some breathing room. The largest lead that we've had by either team tonight has been 8 points by the Comets when they went up 15-7.
That hole opened up. You could drive a Mack truck through it, and that, again, Gunnar Pickett getting to the next level, trying to look for someone to hit, just punch them, but you could have driven a Mack truck through it, and Drayton Pouncil, he hit it, and he pulled it into high gear.
Tied into each side, 1st down and 10, handoff Jordan Clark, and one of the few times today that he has been met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10. I think Sean Perkins is going to get a pancake block right there, too.
On the carry, 2nd down.
So just under 5.5 left to go in the third quarter, and a 1-point McAlester lead. And they're going to bring out some more of the receivers now. James Barr Jr., Cleveland Williamson, Brandon Smith all checks in, and that gives the Comets time to substitute themselves. Trips left with 11 seconds to snap it, and we'll have timeout called by the Comets. They'll have 2 more remaining. McAlester still has all 3. 5:10 left in the third. Buffalo's up 22-21 on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Benton Nissan of McAlester.
We'll get back to carrying hands on the radio. Didn't know what we had on the video stream there, but we'll get back to that commercial. But we're about to have 2nd down and 10 coming out of the timeout. Didn't want to miss this play. We have trips left. 5:10 left to go in quarter number 3. McAlester in BK territory after a long Drayton Pouncil run. It is 22-21, black and gold on top. Here's a snap to Casey Washington Mazie. He's rolling out left with the lead blocker and Jordan Clark, but he's under pressure. Throws it up for grabs, and he gave all of his arm as he could to get this one out of play. Just throws this one away, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. McAlester so far tonight has been very good on 3rd and 4th down, despite having 3rd and long in multiple attempts. They've either gotten the 3rd down or they've gotten it to 4th and manageable. Can they do that again here on 3rd down and 10 from the BK 39?
Right now they're having success running the football, so I wouldn't be surprised if they hand that ball off to Drayton Pouncil and just try to work something with that power.
It is Clark on the right side of Casey Washington Mazie, so he's in the game for now. Trips left, single receiver near side. Washington Mazie with the snap, looking for the screen pass, finds Jordan Clark, tries to get a blocker to the 35, breaks an ankle tackle, and he's off to the races, to the 15-yard line, to the 10, to the 5, and he's pushed out. Did he get in first?
He hit the pylon.
It's close. The pylon went over, but he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line first. Jordan Clark all the way down to the BK2. And to quote Duck Dynasty, if you guys remember that show, Buffaloes are now cooking with peanut oil. 4:51 left in the third, 6 feet away, not even that. A little less than 2 yards away from punching it in again. Buffaloes up by 1, 22-21.
The convoy of the hog mollies up front, though, I love it. They get released. Those defensive line got released, and those hog mollies were picking up trash. They were blocking safeties downfield on that screen play. That's what you need if you're wanting to go score.
1st and goal from the 2. Snap, Jordan Clark left side, and make that 2 for 2. Touchdown, McAlester. Jordan Clark's 2nd touchdown run of the night puts the McAlester Buffaloes up 28-21 with 4:20 left in the 3rd quarter.
Jordan Clark must be there.
Don't you love specials? That's a 2 for 2 special there for the junior. And it will be Wyatt Phillips on to attempt the point after. Try to make this an 8-point game. Snap is good, hold is good. It almost blocked, but it is through the uprights, and McAlester leads 29-21. They have scored 14 points to the Comets 0 here in quarter number 3. 4:20 left in the quarter on KNED.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Benton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Turning out to be a good one here in MacTown. McAlester winning the 3rd quarter 14-0. On the season, they have won the 3rd quarter, get this, Phillip, 58-3. Here's the kick from Blade Smith. This one will be returned at the 10-yard line. To the 15, to the 20, out to the 25. Nope, didn't get there yet. Down to about the 23. Much better job on kick return this time by the Buffaloes. 4:14 left in the 3rd quarter. McAlester up by 1 score and a 2-point attempt. We have a drive summary there for the Buffs.
That was a 6-play, 55-yard touchdown drive. Capped off with that 2-yard run by Jordan Clark. Took 2 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock, and the point after was successful. That is your drive summary by T&W Tire. Stop in and say hi to Gail and Doug and see their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
So out comes Jack Taylor trying to restart the offense here after 14 consecutive points scored by the Buffs. Oliphant in motion from the left to the right. They pass out into the flat to Oliphant, who's running long ways to the 30-yard line and breaks it up for a first down out past the 35 and down at the 36. So on first down, they get a gain of 12 on the pass out to Oliphant.
First down, Comets.
The 6'2", 189 senior. And the Comets are starting to move it again. Got some people checking in, as we had Papa Brown checking in. We also had Nathan and Casey Lesnow, it looks like. Thank you all for checking in as well. And Caleb Saboni, like the Duck Dynasty reference there. Two receivers to the left, H-back to the right. That happened in before McAllister's last touchdown. 3:42 left in quarter number 3. It's a 8-point McAllister lead. Taylor with a snap. He's going to look to pass again, rolling out to his left. Under pressure, tosses it late, and throws it out of bounds. Good coverage by the Buffalo secondary there. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, you're going to come away with a zone sack on the back end, and that just made Taylor hold it. Felt the pressure coming down by the Buffaloes, and I couldn't tell initially who had the pressure, but they were forcing on him, and it just forces that ball to be thrown out of bounds, hit the trash button, save yourself a sack.
That's Silas Spencer.
And so Silas Spencer, he had that pressure that came on him, and then once he felt that, like I said, hit the trash button, throw it away, live to fight another down.
Second and 10. Taylor passing again to the right side, dumps it low, and it's going to be Braden Bumpus in on the tackle on Kai Livesay again. This one not much on the catch. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Taken out of bounds by Braden Bumpus.
That's going to bring up third down and 9 here for the Bishop Kelley Comets. They've been pretty good on third down so far tonight. Still on their own side of the 50 at the BK 42. On the far hash, 3:04 and ticking left in quarter number 3 in an 8-point McAllister lead.
Yeah, they dropped into coverage. They hit their heels where they needed to be, came back down into that zone, and they just were able to keep that ball in front of them. That's what you want, and not letting this ball get behind you.
Trips left, Taylor gets the ball. Under pressure, has to roll out right again. Now looking back left, steps back all the way back to his own 23, throws it up late. There's a flag coming in, and it's incomplete as Braden Bumpus around the ball once more. This is all the way back by the quarterback before he threw the ball in the area of holding.
Yeah, it was an egregious holdback on the back end, but go ahead and
that's going to be declined.
Decline this one, bring up fourth down, and you're also gonna want that one back. Can't tell if Bump tipped it out of bounds or what, but he was right there on it, and you were able to force them essentially a 4 and out because one play first down, then 3 straight plays of only 1 yard gain, so essentially a 4 and out right there.
For the second consecutive week, after struggling in the first half against the pass, McAllister's third quarter defense pretty dang solid. Gage Hall back to punt this ball away, standing at his own 27-yard line. Jackson McKinney at his own 37 to return it. Hall once again a sky-high punt, not much length to this one, but it does take a BK bounce out of bounds. Close to the 41, 42-yard line, and that's where McAllister's going to begin this drive. Officially, right at the 40 is where they'll mark it. 2:39 left in quarter number 3. McAllister with a prime chance here to go up 2 scores. It's tied for the largest lead that either team has had so far. Bishop Kelley took an 8-point lead after they scored a scoop and score and had a 2-point attempt go their way to make it 15-7. Currently, it's an 8-point lead for the Buffaloes. So the third quarter's gone about as good as you could hope for it. Trying to keep it rolling with trips right, ball on the far hash at their own 40-yard line. Pistol formation, Drayton Pouncil at the head of it. At least that looks like Pouncil from here. Yep, that's Drayton Pouncil. Single receiver far side is Cleveland Williamson. Snap back to pass on first down. And going for the home run ball again, one-on-one, but going back for the ball and making the... No, it's incomplete. McAllister's crowd erupted at first. And I want to take that back. It looked like they were going once again for Brandon Smith along the far sideline. And that's a long way away from the press box here. They were going for Brandon Smith. He almost came back and made a phenomenal catch, but just couldn't quite hold on. And it's second down and 10.
Yeah, they're getting that man press, one high safety look, and they're just trying to exploit it. And, I mean, it worked for you. You had a 33-yard touchdown pass on it. And so if they're going to press you with a one high look, try to keep going back to it. Maybe run some posts off of him, or maybe run a corner and just get that dude looking.
A little bit of a delayed handoff to Drayton Pounsley, but he bounces off of the Comet, but not before the rest of the cavalry comes. There was some kind of problem on the handoff there. Very delayed, and it's going to lead to a loss of, well, 4 yards here. 3rd down and 14 coming up. Another 3rd and long situation for the Buffaloes. And Coach Mays will be the first to tell you they cannot keep on finding themselves in these kind of situations.
That play looks so weird. I mean, he took the ball, and then he kind of didn't move with it. It wasn't so much as a delayed handoff as he just didn't get his motor turning. And I don't know if that was the play that they thought was going to be called or what. I mean, from the offensive line all the way to the handoff, it did not look pretty.
Comets with the chance to force the Buffaloes to go 3 and out. 2 to snap it. Washington Mazie gets the ball. Back to pass looking left. Now looking middle. Has some time. Now that collapses, and he'll be dropped for a sack. Loss of about 5 or 6 yards. Washington Mazie had a little bit of time, but it was very well guarded in the secondary. And you can only hold it for so long before that pocket gets a little bit smaller. So McAlester will punt the ball away for the first time tonight, as they just went backwards on this drive. Started it at the 40, went back to their own 32, and McKinney will punt it away for the first time. Had a really good game punting it last week, as 5 out of his 15 punts, that's a third of his punts, have landed inside the opponent's 20. He'd have to really get a hold of this one if he wanted to do the same. There's the snap to McKinney. McKinney will go for it to the 35-yard line, to the 40, to the 45, and did he walk the tightrope? I think he stepped out a little bit too soon. He had to get to the 50, and he went to the 48. He saw some wide-open green turf on the right side. Don't know if that was designed or if he saw it, just go ahead and take it. But he was 2 yards shy, and that will give the Comets the ball on McAllister's side of the 50. And Coach Harmon, I know you guys can't hear it on the live stream, but we were able to hear it here from the press box. He tells his defense, let's go, let's go. You guys have had a great second half so far. Keep up the momentum. Don't let that discourage you. 49 seconds left in the third quarter. With the score 29-21, Buffaloes on top.
Got to get a big push right here, defensive line. Just get back there into Taylor's face, make him feel uncomfortable. Maybe throw that ball up in the air and hang it a little bit.
Taylor hands the ball off over to Livesay. Livesay with a good push to get out past the 45-yard line. Tackled right in between the 44 and 45 in MacTown territory.
Pfeiffer Mitchell on the stop.
Pfeiffer Mitchell once again in on the tackle. Coming into tonight with 58 tackles and 10 from just last week alone. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Near hash might be the last play of quarter number 3. Try to get McAlester to jump off sides. Could not do so. There's a 3-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Got 9 to snap it. 2 receivers right. This will be more than likely the final play here. Snap, handoff over to Livesay. Livesay trying to get the corner in the backfield. Now crosses the line of scrimmage and muscles his way past the 40-yard line, close to the first down marker. Clock runs down to 0, and that will be the end of the third. The Buffaloes lead this one 29-21 after a 14-0 third quarter. We'll see if they can preserve this win and hold on as we head to the fourth quarter. Put those 4s up in the air, Buffalo fans. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suits all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So the second half has been a roller coaster for McAlester so far this year. They're beating their opponents in the third on the season 58-3. As we enter the fourth, they're only beating their opponents by 3 points, 27-24. Comets have the ball in McAlester territory, down to the Buffs, 29-21. Here's the first play of the fourth quarter, and it's going to be a stop on 3rd down and 1. Drayton Pouncil coming in and wrapping him up and taking him down. Brings up 4th down and 1 on the carry as we just began the fourth quarter with a bang. They're at the 39-yard line is where they're officially at. They got to get to the 38, and we'll see if the Comets, which they've already gone for it on 4th down and 10 from around this area before. I'm almost certain they'll go for it on 4th down and 1.
Left guard whiffed. He was supposed to guard Drayton Pouncil. He whiffed. Pouncil stuck him in the backfield. And if you're going to pull backside and try to hit that outside backer, you need to make sure you get it. False start. False start. And that will move the Comets back 5 yards, and that might make them reconsider things here. And I do think it will force them to at least show like they're punting the ball. Yeah, he was
Gage Hall's the punter. At first he was coming out. Now he's making his way back to the sideline. Well, also, Hall has had 2 punts that went straight up in the air, so they may be trying a new punter here.
He got in pass trouble.
That's number 28.
He was in pass trouble before the ball was snapped.
Jack Habermile is back to punt this ball away at his own 41-yard line. No one back deep to return for the Buffaloes, so they will get this one away. It's their best punt of the night so far. It bounces at the 21-yard line in McAlester territory, takes a sideways bounce, and it'll be down at the 20. So McAlester will start this drive at their own 20-yard line, and a crucial false start by the Bishop Kelley offense moves the ball back 5 yards, forces them to punt it away. McAlester with another chance to be able to not put this one out of reach, but definitely give themselves some breathing room. It's only an 8-point lead, 29-21, 10:54 left to go in the game, and after we play at least one play here, we're going to try to send it down to Chase McNutt in just a moment with a sideline report going in between the quarters. We just haven't had a chance to do so after what was a pretty live last couple of plays that we've seen. Buffaloes break the huddle with 15 to snap it. Jordan Clark in the pistol, 2 receivers each side. From their own 20-yard line, ball in the near hash. Clock is again stopped at 10:54. Buffaloes have 3 timeouts left. Comets have 2.
Gotta go.
They gotta hurry. 2 to snap it. Man in motion's James Barr Jr. They'll snap it and hand it off over to Jordan Clark, and Clark gets a yard before he's wrapped up and taken down. So compared to halftime, how did the Buffaloes feel down on the sidelines, Chase?
It feels like there's a sense of urgency down here, Brandon. They know that this is still a tight ball game, not even close to being out of the woods yet, but this is a big drive. And I think that if you don't get any points here, you'd like to bleed another 3 or 4 minutes off the clock. But as I mentioned, there's a sense of urgency on the sideline right now.
They've had a lot of long drives so far tonight. 2 different 6+ minute drives. Man in motion's James Barr Jr. They'll again hand it off to Jordan Clark. Clark this time is able to get a little bit extra yards before he's met quickly by a bunch of white jerseys. Gain of only 1 on the last carry. This time he's able to get about 3, which will bring up 3rd down and 6. That's what McAllister's trying to do. They're trying to kill as much time as they can.
Yeah, you don't need to hit a home run ball. Just play small ball. Go baseball way, play small ball, get some singles here, singles there, and then you get a big play.
Yeah, set yourself up with 3rd down and manageable, because the last drive, McAlester just went backwards. Drayton Pouncil comes in to be the running back on the left side of KWM. H-back tight end right. Now the H-back Pfeiffer Mitchell moves to the left side of the line. Snap, handoff, Drayton Pouncil running right. There's a gap. First down, McAlester, and more for Drayton Pouncil, running like a madman down to the 44. Knee hit at the 43. That'll be a first down for McAlester. Brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. I had Drayton Pouncil on Coffee with the Coach just a few weeks ago. I said, what's your mentality when you get the ball? And he says, run through a dude's face. And he just did right there.
I mean, just like Marshawn Lynch said. Also, Gunnar Pickett, again, pushing the ball downfield, getting out in space, making sure he can find some trash, and allowing him to pick it up.
They'll give it back to Pouncil with a shoulder pad out of his jersey. Gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, 2nd down and 10.
But that's what you wanted though. Got the big play, picked up 19 on the ground, and now you can, like Chase said, bleed some of that clock. Tick, 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 and let it tick down a little bit. And right here on the 2nd down, you're going to need to get about 4 or 5 right here. Set yourself up with a really good 3rd down play. We're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Buffaloes were kind of confused getting ready for this next play. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 8:39 left in the game. 8-point lead for the Buffs. here on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
So after the McAlester timeout, both teams have 2 apiece. The Buffaloes lead 29-21 on the Bishop Kelley Comets with 8:39 left in the game. They have second down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Loading up the left side of the line, again, 5 from Mitchell moves to the right side of it. Bishop Kelley showing all bunches of pressure. They're going to go for a pass over the middle. Finds 5 for Mitchell. First down, McAlester. Hold on to the ball, sir, as he's down around the 44. That is the perfect time to go with that. I think that's another reason why McAlester wanted to call the timeout there. All the pressure that Bishop Kelley is showing, they sent the house, found a wide open man down the seam, and 5 for Mitchell.
Yeah, he's just going to switch over there, and they're thinking, okay, here comes a run play, because that's what we've been doing all day. Pfeiffer releases, nobody there, and he picks it up.
You know, the former McAlester quarterback that was really good at that play?
Who's that?
Trent Boatwright to Cale Prather.
That's very true.
A lot of times we saw that back in 2021. Trips left, pistol formation, Drayton Pouncil back in at running back. 8:07 left in the game. McAlester up by 8 in BK territory around the 44. 4 to snap it. Casey Washington Maisie gets the ball, hands it off Drayton Pouncil. Again, lowers his shoulder and just works his way. After he's met at the 44, he makes his way to the 41. That's 3 yards after contact. Looked like he would have gotten to the 46. They put him at the 47. I was looking at the wrong yardage. 47-yard line is where the Buffaloes are going to be at. Right hash still. Only a gain of 2, though.
42.
I am all kinds of off. 42. I had it right the first time, didn't I?
You did.
I'm looking at the wrong side here. 42. So only a gain of 2 yards regardless. Ball on the right hash. Man in motion is Brandon Smith. Now cuts it back left. Here's the pass over to the left side. Catch by Brandon Smith. Trying to work around a couple of tackles, cannot do so. Great. Well, that's a 2-on-1 tackle. I think Isaac Oliphant came up with it. Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9 now.
Yeah, if that play looks familiar, that's exactly the same play they ran with Cleveland Williamson that ended up being an incomplete pass. And right there, Brandon Smith, he slid up, and you got to get a block right there. Devion Bickham got to take at least one of those men out so that way Brandon Smith can go one-on-one.
Under 7 minutes left in the game now. Crucial 3rd down for both these teams. 3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Could be 4 down territory depending on what happens on this play. 4 to snap it. Tight end to the left side. Here is the snap. Handoff Pouncil. Left side. Ran over a guy to the 39. Still well short of the 1st down marker. But he made someone pay for that tackle. Got out to the 39. And we have 4th down and 5 coming up. And now there's a decision to be made. Does McAlester try to go for the 1st down and continue to knock some time off this clock? Because if they kick it into the end zone, it's only a net gain of 19 yards. So it's kind of in no man's land, but also if you pin them deep, you're forcing the Comets to go a long ways. They thought about it for a long time, and I don't see Jackson McKinney out there. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They break the huddle with 9 to snap it. Trips right, big play, 4th and 5. They're not going to get this off in time.
We're going to burn another timeout.
The Buffaloes take their 2nd timeout, and we'll see what they do when they come out of it. 5:50 left in the game. Buffaloes up by 8, 29-21 here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
So they come out of the timeout. McAlester has one left, and they're going forward on 4th down. 4th and 5 from the BK 39, up by 8. Man in motion is Brandon Smith out to the left side. Trips right. Case and Washington Maisie, the snap, going one-on-one with Brandon Smith, and it's incomplete. Brandon Smith tried to create a little bit of separation, but it was knocked down well by the Comets, and McAlester turns it over on downs at the BK 39-yard line. Again, you had to weigh the pros and the cons there. If you went for the punt and you kick it into the end zone, it's only 19 extra yards. McAlster's defense has been playing pretty solid in the second half, but we've seen what the Comets have been able to do on offense. They've been able to strike and strike early. They've been looking at Nick Matavoski, who has over 150 receiving yards up to this point, just by himself. So the Comets take over, down by a score and a 2-point conversion. 2 timeouts left, 5:44 left in the game. 29-21, McAlester leads. 1st down and 10. Here's the first play from scrimmage, and it's not going for hardly anything. Gain of 1 as he was spun forward to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 9 on the carry by, I want to say that was Gage Hall. Devion Bickham in on the tackle. That's a way to be able to make yourself as a defensive back, getting yourself in the backfield, making a tackle. So it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, with that bunch set, Bickham, he's just going to be sitting right over the edge, and he's sitting over there again. And that's really good because you can use that speed and get off in there and make a play in the backfield.
5:10 left in the game. 9 to snap it. There is the snap. Taylor looking left, passing left, finds a man open down the seam, past the 50-yard line. The Comets move quickly out to the Buffalo 46-yard line. They're going to say that he was 1st down, though, at the 48. Looks like a pretty generous spot for the Buffaloes, though. And Comets with 2 plays already across the 50. Under 5 minutes left. Trips left. Comets wanting to work tempo. Almost got a Buffalo to jump off sides, but good awareness to stay where he's at. That's either Brandon Douglas or a Silas Spencer that stayed put. Live side to the right side of Taylor. Man in motion with Matavoski. Matavoski moves back to the left. Here's the snap. Looking to Matavoski. Now we'll throw to Matavoski in the flat. Caught at the 40 or 49 on his side of the 50. Makes his way to the McAlester 47. So caught in the backfield. A net gain of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Clock will continue to run, though. I think that the Comets fully understand that this could be their final drive of the game, with the way that McAlster's been able to burn time off the clock.
Yeah, back to that previous play, though. They were really late getting that coverage called in, and they were trying to call it into the backside. So luckily only a 1 yard gain. 2nd
down and 9. Taylor thought about the long pass. Now he rolls out to the left, calling for someone to come closer to him, and now has to just throw this one away. Covered up very well in the secondary, as at some point you just play backyard football, forget about the route after you have that much time in the pocket. They ran and scrambled. No one came open. Great job by the Black Death defense, and it's now 3rd down and 9 as the clock stops at 3:55 left on the incomplete pass.
And that's also hard, for the defense because you don't know where the quarterback is, so you're trying to lock down your man. You might get called for defensive hold on the back end. Also, offensive line, you're just trying to do your job. You don't know where the quarterback is. He's moving. You're trying to look, and you might reach up and grab and hold. So good play all around.
3rd and 9, big play. Taylor rolling out right, passing into the flat. Caught by 18 at the 45-yard line. He's wrapped up and taken down at the 43. Not going to get close to the 1st down marker. In fact, it's only a gain of about 4. On the catch was number 18, Luke Benton. And this could very well be the game. Again, Bishop Kelley has 2 timeouts. Looks like they're going to go for it from the McAlester 43-yard line. On the right hash, got to get to the McAlester 38.
This is a big play. Defensive line's got to get a push right here. Empty set right here. You got to get you under throwing the football.
3 receivers to the left. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Taylor steps up in the pocket. Throws it down low. It's caught. 1st down. Out to the 36-yard line on a little crossing route. McAlester was guarding the big play. But coming up Completely open was Montavoski, just finding a way to continue to get open. And we do have a Comet that is down, and that might be Montavoski. We'll take an injury timeout and be back. 3:09 left in the game. McAlester leading by just a score, 29-21. We'll be back here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or priced at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
So it was Montavoski that was down, but he got back up pretty quickly, Chase, so we'll send it down to you for an injury update. Looks like he's going to be just fine.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, same thing that you saw. It looked like he got up, and I think he's going to be fine.
Looks like it was cramping as they got him stretched out, and now it's first down after the fourth down conversion by the Comets out to the McAlester 37-yard line. First and 10, the snap, Taylor pitches out in front. Oh, he's blown up. If you come at Will Spears, you best not miss. And he blew up Gage Hall on a little shovel pass out in front. Give Will Spears the hit stick. My goodness.
McAlester PD has a warrant getting served at the front desk. My gosh. Move over, Costco, guys. Will Spears just brought the boom.
Loss of 1. Second down and 11 out to the 38. Excuse me, that's right between the 37 and the 38. Kason Washington Mazie comes out to be a safety. They got to hurry.
Get off,
they got 12 guys on the field, and they're not going to get this off in time. Snap, looking left, passing left. It's caught, and they get it out to the 37-yard line. Never saw a flag come out, though. There's the whistle.
All the way in the back.
Yeah, we got caught with 12 men on the field.
Yeah, it was the back judge near the line. Threw it very, very late, but there is a flag out pointing over to the direction of Jackson McKinney.
Now, they wanted to sub late, could not get him off the field in time. As Kason Washington Mazie rolled in. That'll be 5 yards, and they'll, more importantly, keep this thing at second down. So it's second down and 6 coming up. It's third down on the play marker, but it is second down officially. When to change that on the down marker.
I think they're going to try to figure out where the ball went out of bounds and see if they want to go ahead and decline it, or are they just going to go ahead and walk it off?
Well, they accepted the penalty. So they're going back to the original line of scrimmage, and now they're going to move them up 5 yards. If I were the Comets, I don't know why you would decline this penalty. You get to keep an extra down in your pocket, plus you got more yards on the penalty anyway.
Right. But the way that they made it seem at first, it looked like the officials thought that they were going to decline it, and that's where I was curious about.
Second down and 6. 1:58 left to go in the game as the clock keeps ticking. 8-point lead, and now we jump off sides. Back-to-back penalties, just avoidable mistakes here by McAlester. And depending on where the spot is at, this could be a first down. Again, it was a second about 5.5 is what I would call it. And they're going to give them the first down. It was 2nd and 6 on the scoreboard, but it was close enough to second down and 5 where it will move the chains. So the Comets keep on getting a little bit closer to the end zone. Ball's at the 26-yard line. 1:50 and the clock continues to move. Comets do have 2 timeouts, so no sense of urgency just yet.
Right now the clock's your best friend. You got to get a tackle inbounds.
2 receivers to the right, H-back tight end right. Snap, Taylor looking left, going for the end zone. 1-on-1 towards the pylon. It's up in the air, and it's incomplete. Do we see any flags? I don't think so. Good coverage by, once again, Cleveland Williamson. Pass was intended for, turn a little bit there, that was Isaac Oliphant. So that was 6'2" against 6'2". Cleveland won that battle.
Cleveland just face guarding him right there. If Cleveland turns around, he might have a chance at picking it off, but hey, don't really matter. Just we take that second down, take that incomplete pass all day.
Second down and 10 from the 25.5. Trips right. 1:33, the clock is stopped. Man in motion. Here's this pass out into the flat. Caught and blown up in the backfield. Devion Bickham. If McAlester wins this game, that is your player of the game. Devion Bickham has got it done on offense and defense. He hasn't even had a touchdown reception today, but he's been able to move the chains, and that's a big, big, big loss of 9 yards to bring up 3rd down and 19. Chase, you're chiming in here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it downfield, Brandon, but that was supposed to be a double pass to Motivosky. He was down around the 5. It was one-on-one coverage, but they were trying to set up the double pass there. So that's just a huge play defensively.
3rd down and 19. Clock in under a minute now. Back to Taylor. Taylor looking right. Finds Moody. Moody has to reverse to the left side. Now down the seam, still on his feet, and down to the 21-yard line. Gets a lot of those yards back. Comets can use a timeout here. 4th down is going to be coming up. And now they'll call timeout with 40 seconds left on the clock. So we will have 4th down and about 5 or 6 coming up for the possible game. He got it out to the 21-yard line. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
So this could be the game. 4th down and 5 from the 21-yard line. Bishop Kelley's got to get it to the 16. They burn their second timeout. Both teams have 1 left. McAlester leading 29-21. 40 seconds left. Comets have already converted on 4th down and 5 once this drive. Trying to do it again. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Running back left, there's the snap. 4th and 5, Taylor looking right, going for the end zone. In the air, it's picked off! And that should be the game. Jordan Clark coming up with a pick. And it looks like he was across the goal line too. This might be a touchback, and if it is, ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. It took until the final minute, but McAlester with a strong showing in the second half. 1 knee, possibly 2 if Bishop Kelley calls a timeout. Away from improving to 4-0 in district play. Got to make sure you handle a snap here. Buffalo offense is waiting for the officials. Under center, Kason Washington Mazie takes the snap. There is the knee. We do have a flag, though, and it's offsides. So offsides on the Bishop Kelley Comets. Clock stops at 28 seconds left. So we're going to have to just wait a little bit longer. Now move the ball up 5 yards to the 25-yard line. It's not really going to matter now. McAllister's just going to take some knees and call this one quits. You got to take 1 more unless Bishop Kelley calls a timeout. Then they'll have to take 2. KWM, the snap, the knee. Clock is still running, and that will do it. The McAlester Buffaloes win 5 in a row. For the first time since 2022, when they won their first 5 games in the regular season on their way to a state title appearance. This one was pretty dang close, but a second half performance to talk about for the next, give it 8 days before McAlester travels to Tulsa to take on the Booker T. Washington Hornets, gives the McAlester Buffaloes the win. They improved to 6-1, 4-0 in district play. The Bishop Kelley Comets dropped to 2-5 and 2-2 in district play. And we've got a Friday night showdown for you next Friday against the Hornets. We will take a break and be back with your Buffalo postgame show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care shortly. You've been listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Benton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suits all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture. We're right here with you.
It's over. On Thursday Night Lights, the McAlester Buffaloes defeat the Bishop Kelley Comets in a nail-biter 29-21. This is the Buffalo postgame show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522. And now with postgame thoughts with head coach Forrest Mazie, we send it down to the turf of Hook Hill Stadium First National Field with Phillip Jewell Jr.
You got me, Brandon?
Yes, sir. You're good to go.
All right. Coach, first off, what are your thoughts on the game?
Sloppy, sloppy, but we find a way to win. That's all you get. That's what you ask for with these kids is you find a way to win, and regardless if it's sloppy or not, and that's what they did in the second half. They came back and did a good job.
Coach, like you mentioned to the team, going to the half down, come out, pitch a second half shutout. What are your thoughts on the defense and the way that they adjusted?
Just the right adjustments. I mean, early, if you look at what we did, the two touchdowns they had is because we were in bad positioning and did some things that we weren't supposed to do at different positions and triggered when we weren't supposed to trigger, and we're supposed to stay in pass coverage, and they hit us, on the drags and things like that. So it's just undisciplined stuff that we did, and we fixed those in the second half, and really we just did what we were supposed to do. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Coach, late in the second half, Gunnar Pickett on that offensive line, pulling, making some holes deep for these running backs. What are your thoughts on him and this offensive line?
You're just getting better every week. We've had a couple of, injuries that pop up, and some guys have had to fill in and do some things, but they did a good job, and we're going to continue to gel and get better as long as we stay healthy.
Lastly, Coach, next week, Booker T. What are your thoughts on them, and how do you like to match up with your team going against them?
I like our matchup against anybody. I mean, I think I'll take our kids and because we practice every day, we practice hard, we practice physical, and we try to stay disciplined, and that's what we try to lean on when the times get tough.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. God bless. I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. When Phillip doesn't say, Brandon, back to you, I know he's looking for somebody. I might have spoke too soon. I said Devion Bickham, if McAlester wins this game, is going to be the player of the game. That was not until Jordan Clark not only had 2 touchdown runs, but he also had an interception to be able to seal the game. I don't know if we're going to get Jordan Clark tonight, but we'll try to. But Phillip is currently searching for somebody. And Phillip, if you can hear me, just chime in whenever you're ready to go, and I'll try to hold you off. I'll hold down the fort here until then. But McAlester, as Phillip mentioned in the second half, pitched a shutout. They ended up winning 14-0 after being down 21-15 at the break. Phillip, are you ready? You got somebody with us?
You're exactly right. No, I'm looking for Jordan Clark right now. So as soon as I find him, I'll just jump in if that's all right with you.
Yeah, go right ahead. Don't be shy to do that. Jordan Clark had another great game after having a career day last Friday at East Central, going for 166 yards. Didn't have quite as many yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns and then the game-sealing interception. Obviously, if we can find Jordan Clark, that'd be a really cool interview to have. Of course, after the players have met with the coaches, family gets to come on out. You get to take the pictures. It always feels much better on a Thursday night after you win, obviously. McAlester improves to 6-1 on the year and 4-0 in district play.
Hey, Phillip, can you hear me?
Oh, and Nate's on the broadcast
he's
now.
down in the end zone talking to Emma.
Nate coming in clutch here. Nate, you want to join in the conversation while we wait on Jordan Clark here? McAlester pitched a shutout in the second half, made the adjustments. Phillip Jewell covering it with Coach Forrest Mays. He covered all those bases. And we're now just waiting for the man of the hour. And it looks to be number 2 as soon as we get Phillip over there. But yeah, adjustments were needed to be made. McAlester gave up the long ball often, and second half had none of it and had some big-time stops on third down. Of course, the fourth down interception by Jordan Clark sealed the deal. Also had a touchdown run in the second half that helped. Actually, that was the one that put them ahead by the touchdown and then 8 points once the PAT was made. Case and Washington Maisie settled down in the second half as well after having some tough plays in the first half go against him. McAlester looked collectively more calm and collective as they made their way to quarters 3 and 4, where they dominated once again in quarter number 3, 58-3. Well, Phillip shut off the mic. I know he's not leaving quite yet, but he's trying to find Jordan Clark, and he found him.
He's standing right there next to him.
So just whenever he's done speaking with Emma, I think, and by the way, Emma, new sports writer with the McAlester News Capital, doing a fantastic job so far, coming in her first year covering the McAlester Buffaloes. But once that conversation's over, we're going to try to get Jordan Clark in on a post-game interview here. I see.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm just trying to see when he's ready to go. So, Nate, you have the camera. You have a way better view than I do. I should probably look at the screen here. So as they get done with this interview, again, he's...
All right, Brandon.
There we go. Thank you. I could only stall for so much longer, Phillip. Come on now.
First off, 2, heck of a game.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
What are your thoughts on this team?
It's a great team, man. All around, we always play together. Coach Mays tells us what to do. We execute it. We win games. That's all it is, man. It's just a great all-around team, always together. You know, no locker room, no fights, no negative energy, just always together. Anytime, any point in the field, we're just always locked in.
You know, a couple of big runs on your part, your offensive line opening those holes for you. What's it like as you're envisioning that hole opening up, and what are you looking for?
Just looking forward to get upfield, get yards. You know, I'd stay by our line. They give us a blocking scheme. I know who to follow. I'll get on his butt and I follow him right through it every time. And it's just trust. Trust is all it is.
Lastly, right here, sealed the game for that interception. How did that feel, sealing it for that win for your team, and to make sure that next week, possibly clinching the district championship against Booker T?
Felt amazing. You know, it's an awesome feeling. There's no better feeling than that right there. Just love it.
Yes, sir. Jay Boogie. I'll look seeing you next week, buddy. All right, Brandon, that's back to you, sir.
And fantastic. And yeah, you can hear at the very end of that. I don't know if you could hear it on the stream, but I think it was Coach Mazey yelling for Clark. Everyone's wanting to talk to Jordan Clark right now, and for good reason. 2 touchdown runs on the night. He also had the big interception at the end. He's who everyone wants to speak with right now. And him and the collective mindset of the McAlester Black Death defense and the offense on top of that, they were getting better push. They weren't giving up the big play. No missed assignments, not in bad positioning. It led to their 14-0 shutout in the second half to take a 29-21 win. I think that Phillip is done with post-game interviews. He'll be making his way on up here shortly, unless he cuts me off in the next 10 or so seconds. So we will be looking at some more thoughts on this game, looking at the scoring from this game when we return. Again, this is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522 here in MacTown. The Buffaloes win it 29-21.